You want to know that pretty much checks out. I did feel pretty short. Whoa. That was weird. Anyway, um, hi, how are you? Hope you're good. Chat looks so much cleaner without all the Fossabot shit going on. So that's nice. I feel like hot shit. Which is why my ring light is turned all the way down, and that is why it will be dark this evening. I wish I'd taken like a nap or some shit. Go to bed? Absolutely the fuck not. Canceling last week actually I don't know if you knew this, it carries over into this week. Um, and if I cancel again in a 30-day time span, I will die. Self-imposed, unfortunately. Okay, and we'll see. I probably will. Unless the painkillers kick in which case I will not. Fuck you. Um, okay, now here's the tough part. I don't know where any of my fucking files are. So, ooh, I'm sorry, where my friend? Well, no need. I did take painkillers like maybe 3 fucking seconds before we started. Um, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I do. Um, I will not be listening to the music, so if it's loud, let me know. I don't want to put it on. Or my headphones on. What's funny is that they're cold because my hair is wet. It's not awesome. Um, did your father decide to know about? No, I I'm a file hoarder, so I'm reorganizing all of them right now. Um, and I didn't finish yet, so I don't know where everything is. I kind of do, but not specifically. But anyway, hi, welcome in. How are you doing? I don't even know if Clip Studio Paint is the correct program to be in. Probably not. Psy feels correct. We'll go there. Open. It's not there. Maybe it's in my stream folder. Stream, graphics, in progress. Aha! I found it. Okay, everything is fine. It's where it's supposed to be, which is interesting. Um, since we have the Warrior Cat stream, I've looked before, admittedly. Well, it's lovely to have you chatting. Hope you're doing well. Whoops. Um, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of the overlay shit and the scene shit, and then we're gonna add another square. Because I'm doing all of it. Let's go file. Um, I forgot what I was in the middle of a sentence. I forgot what it was. So very sorry. Stop doing a clipping group. I'll fucking kill you. Oh wait. There we go. Rory Cuts, you say favorite character? I haven't read the books in a really long time. But back in the day, my favorite character was Squirrel Flight. I I feel like I would be better now. Like I'd have. Okay, what the fuck is going on? Unclip, please. Where the fuck did the... What? Did I... I just drew right on... Whatever. Um, thank you. What is your favorite character? I'd probably swap to Jay Feather's kind of a dick, but that's okay. I forgive him. Rarelight was briefly my favorite, but she didn't exist very long because I stopped reading the series shortly after. Okay. Stop clipping. I'll fucking kill you. I am so not understanding what the fuck happened here. Whatever. Uh, Scourge has been my. So many feathers. I see you're a feather fan. Rock on. Um, Scourge is also very funny to have as an answer. Feather Order, LMAO. Um, I seem to be like a anything that rhymes with flight, because Rare Light is a similar name. So that seems to be something that I enjoyed. But when I was a kid, okay, I'll go read to have a favorite character as well. BRB, have fun. Um, let us know when you get back. It will not take you very long. I promise. But okay, I don't get what's going on. Whatever. Um, it gets a little magical. It gets a little fucking silly in there. Um, but I when I was a kid, I assigned all of my family members characters, and you bet your fucking ass it was the main characters. So my dad was Firestar, of course. Mom, Sandstorm. I was Squirrelflight because she was my favorite. Um, Grace was Leafpool. Um, and then I think I had like I had the book where it had the pictures of all the characters in it, up to a certain point. Um, and I labeled all the pages in invisible ink that could be revealed with the UV. Hold on, I have the pen. In this exact pen. So it had the little light to show what you wrote. I've kept this for a very long time, and I don't even know why. I don't use it. I don't know what I would use it for. What would I write in secret UV pen? I don't know. But it's very funny that I still have that. I no longer have the book. Or do I? Probably not. Um realistically. Um the so Knives Out of stop. Thank you. Yeah, and it was from the book fair. You're so right. So true. The book fair was a big like warrior cat coded um locale to be. Um in every library I've ever been to, I know the exact location unless they moved it, obviously, because I you think I go to libraries nowadays? Absolutely not. I don't know how to read. Um but I knew exactly where the warrior cats were, and I would just go directly there every time because I wouldn't read fucking anything else. Um, okay, but so what we're doing already got really off track there. That's okay. So I need a poster for the um the Warrior Cat stream that we're doing this Saturday. Um And of course there's I could go in a multitude of directions. I could go the anime cat style, or I could go like the realistic cat on the front covers style. We could go either way. I'm personally partial to the MS Paint fucking animation like music video like AMV looking ass as a Okay, you're right. I was trying to I knew that was familiar, but I forgot that. Oh dude, we are so fucking watching that on a Saturday. My friend donated all the Warriors books that were all in the elementary school library. And he quite literally is the reason why I got into the series. God, that's so funny. I okay, we'll do the MS Paint core Warrior Cat style. Um did they ever get to the second series, do you think? Probably not. But we'll do Blue. Well, I'll draw Blue Star because she's my favorite. Or was she? She got fucking psychotic later on. Yo, yo. Okay, we should also make a Warrior Cat OC. On the Warrior Cat Maker dress up doll game on Saturday. That'd fucking rock. And of course, we have to take quizzes. Those are very important. Yeah! Oh man, I'm so excited. This is gonna fucking rock, dude. This is gonna go crazy. Finally, a good fucking dude. Me too. Okay. Warriors episodes. It'd be nice to know how many we've got under our belt. I I didn't know they had more of them. That's fucking insane. I think I only whoa, spoilers. I didn't uh this is gonna go fucking crazy. I didn't uh ever get further than the first episode, I guess. God, this is I'm so fucking excited. Behind the scenes as well. Oh my god. This is like the Scooby Doo fan film levels of iconic. Like, it really doesn't get any better than this. There's actually like a real, not, okay, that's real, but like someone else is gathering a team to do, a Warrior Cat animation thing. What happened? I don't I don't get it. Okay, I'm gonna do this in Clip Studio Paint and see if it's any better. Because I'm not really sure of why it won't cooperate with me. Open D drive, stream stuff, graphics in progress, graphic reanimate photos. Got it's being slightly silly. I must agree. Okay, shut the fuck up. Okay, just Clip Studio. There we go. Um, What the fuck? Oh, hold on. Okay, because we need two right now, because we need an art one, like a plain old art one, and then the, okay. Thank you. Bully logo. Not that it's particularly necessary anymore. I've already done that one. Actually, you want to know what? I'll just get rid of the posters that I've done so far. That feels like a good solution to this thing we're doing. So we will take this, put it over here. I'm really stuffy all of a sudden for some reason. What the fuck? That's fucked up. I'm actually really close to having my that can be the other one. Having my maybe you're sick. I I don't know. I haven't talked all day and then I started talking a lot. So rock on. I'm out of water. That's fucking awesome. Um No, but I should be okay. I don't think it's that bad. That'll be the art one because it's in a weird spot. Okay. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay. Do not fucking clip that. Thank you so much. That can go as well, actually. Okay, beautiful. So here's Blue Star. And actually, you want to know what? We'll do like the first scene in the book and we'll hit up Spotted Leaf as well. Who the design for, like her design in the show is very funny and silly. It's very you'll see. You'll see what I mean. In my brain, she did not fucking look like this. That would be another fun thing to do. Is to draw my own versions. Oh, man, I love Warrior Cat so much. I missed it. Who'd have thought? Okay, I don't... Is that official? I don't know. Is this official? Can't fucking tell. Let me actually get in here. There's an intro? Stop. 14 years ago? Whoa. That's insane. Okay. Put me on. Okay, here she is. Here she is. Man, I want to people who just went out and made shit, like they were like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna make it right now. Okay, and then this is Spotted Leaf. Um, you want to know what we could do? We could make it super fucking corny as well. Where we make it, what size did I make all my own? Doesn't matter. You know what? Irrelevant right now. But I could make it really corny, like an 80s, like, boyfriend music video. Oh, this is gonna fucking, this is gonna rock. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Beautiful. Okay. Let's fucking go. Okay, we need the text first. Or at least the general idea. Exorcist broadcast. Actually, hold on. I could do like a combination. Because the way the books look is it's like the background or whatever, and then the like a portrait shot of one of the cats. I'll have to show you some of the other lost medias. Um like the gray stripe waffle video. A critical piece of history that not everyone is familiar with. We're really going back to my roots here, cause like I'm not even fucking around. Warrior Cats is the reason why I started drawing. Like it's kind of fucked up. Um, that we're gonna do the I am oh dude, you're gonna be so fucking familiar on Saturday. No spoilers. I can't go any further with this with the information. Um, but Saturday is gonna change your fucking life. The masculine urge to read all of the books live on fucking stream is very strong, but I will not do that for my own safety. I am also very excited. It's gonna go hard. What was I googling? Oh yeah, Warrior Cat cover. They get kind of fucked up in the future, but the first ones. One Star's Confession. Super Edition 2022? What the fuck? I know him. Or my ass does not know him, actually, now that I think about it. There's so much lore within the nursing. No spoilers. Maybe okay. I can't decide if I want to read the books raw and like find out for myself, or if I want top 10 worst Warrior Cat covers. That's really funny. Anyway, I can't decide if I want to like read it myself or or if I'm willing to delve in deep on the just gather enthusiasm. Warriors Twitter, stop. I need to go there. It is my time to shine. I'd be such a good Warriors poster. It wouldn't even be fucking funny. I'd ruin some lives. Okay, you want to know what? We will have the Warriors stream information be on top, and then the all of these are references combined. Okay, beautiful. And then this can go on the bottom. We once got Red Tail over party on the trending list. That rocks. Let's fucking go. The closest I've ever been is on the page for the Warrior Cat animation, like the show that people are trying to do. 7 p.m. EST. Beautiful. That doesn't help me very much. But I can do this. So it's like the Rusty profile shot. I should. You're right. We watched her videos on Animal Jam on stream a while back. Cause we had a brief Animal Jam era. Everyone seemed to be a big fan of it. Um, but I had actually played I don't know if you're familiar, but I had played Feral before it became an NFT game. So it was because I'd stopped playing it before it died. Um but I I forgot. Oops. Sorry. Should not do that. There's a new new Feral? What the fuck? That's all right. Sorry, my bad. She's a little finicky. Um I feel bad for the Link thing cuz more often than not, people who do not deserve the Link murder get it. My bad. I'll probably go in and fix that. Um if I remember. I will not. Um Feral game. How to play Feral working 2023. Sheesh. That kind of rocks. I wish I'd liked it more. I was, was, hey, she probably forgives you. Um, not that her opinion matters. She's a bitch and a whore, and she shouldn't have done that to you. Um, but anyway, um, I can't decide if I should put it here or should put it here. I'll probably keep it down there. So then we can kind of have the ground, kind of have some grass and so either hold on, let me get rid of this for now. You can sit here. Was I in the middle of saying something? I literally don't even remember. It's fine. Big ass ears, very critical part of the style. You were definitely worried about Feral. Oh yeah, okay, thank you. um, no, but since the game was pretty new, there wasn't a lot of cool shit to do in the game. So it was kind of cuz Animal Jam, she's got so many like mini games that you can get for do for money and blah blah blah. Um but why is it drawn like a wolf tail? That's psychotic, but anyway. Um I have to stay true to the source material. So I'm going to use way too much airbrush. The characters are going to be cel shaded, probably in purple or blue. Um and it's going to be awesome. I wonder where the person who made all this is now. They really made history. But anyway, the feral thing, a lot of what I like about Animal Jam is that there were a lot of like mini games or whatever. But since Feral was so new when I played it at the time, there's literally only 3 mini games, and they fucking sucked. It was a fucking bird version of Candy Crush, which was terrible. Um, I mean, that was the only one I was willing to play. Then there was a building one I didn't understand. A potion one, which was like you had like options or whatever, like you had a blue thing, I do mean thing, and like a red thing, and you had to combine them. Well, not combine them. but like you have blue things and red things, and you have to figure out what order you need to put the things to win, essentially. Um, that one was bearable as well. It was just harder. Um, and then there was like a weird like hexagon game. It was kind of like Tetris but shittier. And that's actually all I remember, but it was a little unfortunate how few games there were because I really wanted there to be playable games because I'm a gamer. So I was definitely more interested in the games you play to earn money than I was. I think you know it's fine. Um then I was a lot more into those than I was into interacting with other people. Cause it was supposed to be like a role playing game or whatever. Like they're supposed to give you the space to do that. My ass is not role playing. I'm sorry, especially not with strangers. I might be going a little overboard on the angles on this because I forgot that this is a um it's a fucking very MS Paint, like probably not a lot of angles are accessible to me moment. Okay, let's try this. Um I was just thinking, so like in Legend of Korra, how Korra disconnects from all the past avatars. I'm going to write Warrior Cats fanfiction based on that concept but with a cat and StarClan. I am joking. I will not be writing that, but I'm sure they've already done it now that I'm thinking about it. They've probably done everything that I could possibly fucking think of. Stop loading. Thank you. Hopefully this won't interfere with the style too much. I have to make it longer. But I still have some really old art from my Warrior Cats era. I was doing like some crazy ass like Mary Sue type shit where I was like, this is my Warrior Cat OC Seafoam and she's green and blue. Or I was trying to do some dumbass shit like write my own cat stories, which is really funny. Love you, Seafoam. My first OC. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. That's so cute. I have to write that down. That I'm gonna draw her. Baby's first OC. I forgot it technically wasn't my my Teen Titans self-insert character. It was Seafoam. Ironically, I do have another um character named Seafoam who I actually just rediscovered while going through my files. So, good for her. But she used to be a wolf cuz I was in my furry era where I was like designing a bunch of fursona, furry OC, whatever. I was doing that. I was in the furry business. if you will. Um, and so okay, that's looking pretty good. Not that I needed to go that deep with it. It's, believe it or not, drawn in MS Paint. So get the fuck over it. Um, this is cute. Stop! Do you remember anything about them? Be honest. Oh God, Kingdom Keith. That was another era of mine, but I think it was. Was it before Warrior Cats? That'd be crazy. That would be so fucking crazy. Honestly, I refuse to read past the. I think I read the fourth book, or at least I tried to multiple times, but it fucking sucked shit. So I was like, ew, this book is ass. And then I stopped reading it. To make her taller so everyone knows that she's older. Um, to show you that time has passed. God, I'm fucking all over the place. I've also forgotten. I'm gonna fill up my water bottle really quick, put some barrettes in my hair because my hair is falling out everywhere and it's bothering me. And then I will forget what I am talking about. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back now. Okay, her name was Dylan. Of course it was. Rock on, dude. Let's fucking go. Man, OCs are so much fun to have. I keep talking about how much I miss having them. Bitch, you have them. Just do something with them. It's really not that hard. It is. Um I'm sure there's probably like a fucking thing for it's probably ends and spikes here as well. Um you have a plethora. Yeah. Me too. I was actually oops. I was actually hoping to um be better. Thank you. I was actually hoping to what was I saying? I remembered. Yes. And no one had to remind me. Um, I was thinking about making a different set of Art Fight OCs every year because Art Fight is over now. So yeah. So we wouldn't be able to post them now, but I did want to thank you. But I did want to make another set because making the set last year, I think, or the year before that, I don't really remember. Um, but making that set was a lot of fun. Um, and I would also enjoy doing it again. Um, but I figured we could make less because I think that one year we made like 8. We do not need to be doing all that. But I figured either we do it in June, the week prior, um, or hopefully by then I'm better at um making character sheets faster. But if not, I can always just do it after. In fact, we could start this year, honestly. But who knows? Um, but falling, I fucking forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, Art Fight OCs. Yes, let's fucking go. Um, I'm gonna roll today, baby. Let's go. Um, but I do they have? I don't care. I'll do it anyway. But we could probably do it later this month because I did want to do character sheets after I finished after art fight is today's the last day. Since it's the last day today, I figured after art fight was over, I could just work on all of the character sheets that I haven't finished. Because I have a lot of characters, but none of them have good, solid reference sheets. And I think it would be one, nice to have. Two, if I get them done now, I don't have to do them during June of next year. Because that's the season for um yeah, character reference sheets since it's art fight season. Um and if I don't do it during that time of year, um I will they had a star to her forehead later, I thought, but maybe I'm stupid. To Blue Star's forehead. Oh, that might be when she dies. Hold on. Or I could be lying. Maybe people just do that. And it's not this particular media. um, but yeah, I don't remember what specifically I was saying. Oh, okay, never mind. I remembered. But like when we're doing character sheets, we can make a couple of new characters for next year if we want to, or we can scrap that idea for this year, start it next year. Um, it would probably be post art fight, so I don't have to do the June preparation. I fucking hate June preparation for art fight. It pisses me off. um, I'm gonna memory roll. Thank you. And I love making characters with you. It fucking rocks. Um, and that's why I want to do it more because while I was walking through my files, but you get it. While I was going through my files, I um what are you doing down there? Um, I found a have you ever seen those like OC challenges where like in the comments one person will like say a hair color, another person will say a hairstyle, another person will give you a skin color, another person will give you like a fucking a their clothes style, etc., etc. I found a couple of those that I had done, and one of them, I think, I think both of them actually, was my friend and we gave each other the information and then we would draw the other. So one of them was just a plain old lady. Um, and then another one was like a cat boy or whatever. Hold on. Actually, let me see if I can find them for you. They will almost certainly not open in this program. That's okay. Oh, cat, what can I get for you? Um, like the filter ones where you have to pick and choose. You have a filter pick and choose for you. A filter? Had my song typed out, man. Oh no! Cat jump scare! Cat jump scare! Zen. Okay. Flan grandson. This is a single song, so once it starts repeating, you'll have to let me know because I'm not listening to it. And then I'll swap it back. So this will probably be in my G drive. Edibles. Probably in my low renders. I have a lot more like costume design than I thought I did for some reason. Like sure I have the Met Gala stuff, but I have also got like stuff based on foods. I have like just random ones for some fucking reason. Okay, I found both of the ones I was referring to. Um so here's the Monster Energy Cat Boy, which is very fucking funny. I think he was an e-boy or some shit. Um but he he is so old. It's not even funny. Um, but I was trying to stylize drawing bodies a little bit more, which I did have a lot of fun doing at the time. I no longer do it, which is really sad. And then here was my woman that I did. Back in the day, I did line art. Isn't that crazy? It is pretty fucking wild, I'm not gonna lie. But I was really proud of her because the color scheme I got was ass. So I had to do something about it. Um, like it was like pink, green, and blue. But like if you just pick a random pink, a random green, and a random blue, it's gonna look like dog shit. And then I think one of the colors was like not actually. I think it might have been that color, but I obviously lightened it for the sake of making it make more sense. But I'm really proud of the way she turned out because the cards were certainly stacked against me, and I'm like 100% sure I didn't name her, but her name is Kansas. I think in that particular design challenge thing, you gave the name as well. But those are really fun, and I figured we could do something like that for Art Fight next year to make characters with each other. Because I think that would be a lot of fun. And then um thank you. Um Sketch, yay OCs, woohoo! But then the characters would be a team effort, and then we would be more excited to see the art fight we see. Um like the attacks we receive, it would be more fun to see them as a family. I have received 3 this year, which is kind of fucking insane. Typically, I don't receive that many because I'm not on Art Fight very often. Actually, no, yep, I got 3. Um, but this year I got. Sorry, thank you so much. You are so kind. Um, Spotify's more information tab or whatever the fuck this is, now playing view, fuck you. Why'd you add that? It's ass. I'm gonna kill myself. But anyway. um it's not dotty enough. Black. Okay, I need less. Stabilization is going fucking crazy on this. Um, I forgot what I was saying. Maybe it's the caffeine in the pills that I take when I get a headache or something, but I am fucking off my rocker right now, and I don't. And I'm sorry as a result. I swear to God, there was like a shitty brush. Well, not a shitty brush. Oh, here it is. Found it. Where it's the. I want to be able to change the size, but it won't let me. Let me see what I can do here, because the MS Paint vibe is critical. Clip Studio. Anyway, if anybody remembers what I was talking about, please feel free to. It's bad. Maybe we just talk about your day. How's everybody's day going? Assets. Okay. MS Paint. Good. Oh, why am I not logged in? What the fuck? What's wrong with you? Okay, thank you, bitch. Mr. Painter said it's 30 coin points. I don't know what CP stands for in Clip Studio Paint. Computer paint colors. For my convenience. That's kind of cute. Apparently, you can sell people color palettes on here, which is really fucking funny. Your ass doesn't own colors. What are you doing? Okay, we will add. Actually, what the fuck is this? Oh, I forgot. It's weird. Get rid of that. No. Essential. Square pen. Essential MS Paint. Beautiful. I feel like I have to make this smaller. This might be the only way, which is going to be really unfortunate for me because I'll be able to see pixels and it'll piss me off. Change canvas size. Actually, no, fuck you. Change canvas resolution. There we go. Size 3. Sure. Is that too thick? I would say that it is. Okay, there we go. Okay. God, fucking pray for me. Seeing pixels is my personal my personal nightmare. Okay. That should be good. Thank you for your prayers. I appreciate that. I'm really gonna need it. Luckily, since it's supposed to be in an MS Paint style, I shouldn't be super concerned, but we all know how I can be as a treat. And actually, maybe this would be good practice for me, just in general. Because it's hard for me to trust myself in the line art department. And it's supposed to help you to use brushes with no pen pressure on them. I need a shitty eraser. Oh, perfect. What the fuck? I'm on the wrong layer. It's fine. Which sucks because I was doing really good. That's okay. Shh, shh, shh. It's alright, it's alright. Layer. Line. Beautiful. Okay. I'm gonna lock the sketch. So that doesn't happen again. Alright. Back we go. Please. Okay, it's an eraser. Okay, never mind. It's okay. I was thinking about watching more art YouTube videos. Cause but like the normal kind, not the drama kind, because there are plenty of those. I don't know if everyone is familiar with. Okay, what the fuck are you thinking? With art drama YouTube, but my God, it is out there. Um, and I can't say I'm particularly interested. Um, in all that shit, but um, oh, wasn't the creator of art stealing? That's okay. I was actually gonna bring that up today, but I'm a fucking goofball, silly goober guy thing. Um, but I actually have a resource. Um, on Toy House, of all places. Um, okay, okay. I was you say re- well, I mean, I said it silly on purpose, and I forgot how I said it. So, sorry if I don't say it again, since you're obsessed. Maybe clip it so you can have it forever. Anyway, how deep do we want to dive into this? Be honest. Because this toy house, I don't want to say is long, but every time I toggle a spoiler, the fucking page gets 10 times longer. Let's go deep as fuck before you do. Yes, go on. Before I do. Really quick, a Euphoria actor died today, and the fact that one of my high school classmates posted about the Euphoria actor dying with the caption, I know some guy from my class died or whatever, but this felt more important, lol lol. That is pretty sick fucking nasty, dude. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, why would you say that? Like, what forces would call upon you to have said all of that fucking out loud to other people? Prison even. I agree. Cuz it wasn't even like it wasn't even like an expected death or anything, like he's had a disease and it's still like really sad or whatever, but we had time to hang out with him knowing he was gonna go. Like, it was a fucking tragic ass death that no one saw coming. Um, so like, who gives a fuck about the Euphoria actor? I'm sorry. They've got a family to care about them. God, that's That's insane. You're gonna have to tell me who that was when we get off. Actually, I don't know what. Sure, we all weren't besties with him, but be respectful of the people who actually care. Like maybe his best friend, who also happened to be his roommate, who posted like 4 posts showering his now dead best friend with love. Who has to see this post? I'm so fucking pissed. I saw red. I fucking blocked them because they did that. Probably, I would say that's a good idea, but honestly, go wild, dude. Who's stopping you? Not I. Everyone's already getting her ass. Okay, that's good. Like, anyways, my thing. Really quick, one more comment before I start. Um, you could have just said, "Oh no, Euphoria actor died." You didn't need to mention that part. Everyone would have agreed with you if you had just kept your mouth for the most part shut. I don't know why they felt the need to connect it back to a someone a lot of people you know were close to or knew. Like that's insane. Going out of fuck with you. Yeah, that's terrible. Prison, jail, even for eternity. Maybe even the death sentence. No, I'm just kidding. Or am I? I am just kidding. But um yeah, that's super omega fucked up. This bitch lives in Iowa now. I'm on my way. Yeah, I'd be on my way too, to be honest. I'm gonna put I'm gonna put the back legs on hold for a second. Actually, it goes. He was so fucking awesome. He was so cool. Angus Cloud was a celeb. I didn't know there was a difference. What? I think I goofed it a little bit. Sorry, no grammar. I'm so angry right now. Anyways, your thing. Sorry, you're angry. I hope she gets canceled. I'm kidding. I mean, I'm technically not kidding. It's just funny to say it that way. Um um I'm sure everyone will be a huge fan of that. Ew, why does it look like that now? That's nasty. Okay, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to stop drawing to be able to go over this because it's a fucking doozy. Minimize. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and let you see it. That's me. Very sorry. Easily confusing. The Toy House website versus myself, they're pretty similar. Um, I'm angry and like his friends are here. Be nice. I hope she gets forcibly college dropped out, expelled. Me too. Get her ass, dude. Kill her. Okay. Anyway. All right. Art fight stuff. On the last day of art fight, we will now be going over all the dumb shit that art fight has gone through this month in particular. From what I understand, the owner is a shitty person. So I assume the person is Taikaya? Taikia? We'll go Taikaya. Takaya? Takaya? I don't know. We'll go. We'll say Takaya because it's the easiest. So we begin. Takaya has resigned from her ownership role of Artfight as of July 25th, 2023. So a few days ago. I've decided I'm definitely stepping down. I'm going to be working with Axel and Turtle today. I don't know who they are. I will not be able to clarify that. Today to put them back into leadership roles as I step away. I want to work with them to transition things smoothly. For their sake, because it's their new income, I would like to keep donations open because I think they deserve this. I'm confident Axel will still do the art once reinstated and he deserves that opportunity. I'm really sorry for all the hurt I have caused. I never meant any of this. You all mean so much to me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me through this and for stepping up when I found myself unable to do so. This has been really hard, but I never wanted to abandon you. I'll let you know more as I work with people today and keep you updated. How's the name spelled? I think my coworker has a similar name. Takaia. Is how it's spelled. Okay, starting July 22nd, 2023 to a now total of, used to be 14, but now 16, staff members have resigned from Artfight following the confession from Takaya that she has been pocketing Artfight donations for years, under the excuse that she cannot find work due to her now having a disability. The same excuse she's been using. It's Takia, how my coworker says her name, but I don't know. Okay, Takia doesn't sound too terrible to say either, or it's easy. So, Weeball. The same excuse she's been using for why she has not been active with Artfight for years. I'll also be linking the document that has more stuff than I do at this moment due to being in the server. So let's... Whoa. Should I fucking... Okay. Do I want to read this? Or do I want to read the other thing first? You want to know what? We'll do this one because this one said it had more information. Okay. So we're on to the Artfight master list. We are no longer on to us. Disclaimer, this master list was not meant for any speculation. It is simply a list of information gathered about Artfight and some issues surrounding it. Also, this list is organized as of 7/22/2023. Due to data gathering taking up most of my time, I will try my best to later to reorganize everything into sections based on content, but for now, this will have to make do, as I wish you stay patient with me. I'm the only one person simply sharing the testimonies of others and gathering as much info as possible. The author. Since some people are getting confused, almost none of this is directly from me. It's from other users and their experiences. To prevent further confusion, my input will be put in red text. Please continue using Artfight. Just refrain from making any further donations until the situation has been resolved in one way or another. Do not harass anyone who is mentioned in this document. Content warning. Grooming mentions. So we are off to a fucking phenomenal start. I'm in the same boat. I had no fucking idea that there was gonna be grooming mentions. So, too long didn't read. Absolutely not. We're not. I'm obviously gonna read it. Yeah, me too. I'm in the same boat, but we'll get through this. Okay. Original announcement as of 6:29 p.m. I don't know what day. So this is Takia. Hi everyone. As some of you have noticed, there were some major staff changes in the last couple of hours. We understand these changes were abrupt and we apologize for the disruption. For the time being, please be respectful of all staff former or current. Please remember that all former staff are people behind their screens, and their decisions to leave should be respected and not speculated on. Users should please not spread rumors or guesses about their reasons for leaving. 3 quick notes to help with the general confusion. The current event is not shutting down or closing. The site is not shutting down or closing. The current event will go on as planned / there will be no foreseeable disruptions. There will be a more fulsome announcement at a later date to address more specific concerns. In the meantime, I hope this alleviates more some of the more immediate event related worries. So then that was the message. This is the person who's writing the document commentating. As of 9:02 p.m. CST, there has not been an announcement made by site mods or Takia in the Discord server. As of 11:33 p.m. CST, there has not been no more. Okay. Now we're on to the money transparency section, which is what I expected this to be about. So let's fucking get in there. This is another Takia thing. I should have been way more clear to staff, and I'm really sorry I wasn't. I have been taking some money as owner, and I hoped that one day we could make enough money to have other employees too. Here is a breakdown of last year's money. Artfight brought in 70k last year. Pretty much exactly half, 35k of that went into the site as business expenses. I paid Axel 4,800 for art. The gross profits were about 35,000. I owed about 9,000 in taxes. So I could potentially have taken about 24,000 last year, but a good amount of this goes into savings, which is always available for Artfight in case we need it, as that is the priority. The past year, I became physically disabled and have been unable to work another job, but regardless of the take-home pay, I've become physically disabled and have been unable to work another job, but regardless of the take-home pay, especially now, I'm committed to working on Artfight. What the fuck? I don't understand what that last sentence mean. Rock on. Anyway. Image description, Takia, current... Okay. I have received the screenshot from a trusted source. More confirmation will be provided. So I think this one looks like it's about the same stuff. Okay, hold on. Hey, for transparency's sake, I will be posting this in this channel as well for y'all to see. I'm sorry this took so long to do. I never meant to mislead anyone. I've been taking some money as owner, blah, 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 blah. Artfight brought in 70,000 last year. Half of it went into the business expenses. Axel got 4,800. The gross profits were 35. I owed 9,000 in taxes. So I could potentially have taken about 24,000 last year, but a good amount of this goes into savings, which is always available for Artfight in case we need it, as that is the priority. The past year I have become physically disabled and okay, great. From Anon. Just want to spill the beans a little. Takia. I'm sure that's not Taka. If that's how it's, whatever. Has been living off of donations, and we haven't seen a cent of it, and probs never will. Staff have been basically providing free labor for her to profit off of, and we were none the wiser. Yeah, Takia, another one. Another Anon says this. Yeah, Takia has also lied about past fees on the pie chart in the past, because she takes a huge cut, which is why every year the site is still only half functional at the beginning of Artfight. Which is a noticeable issue. If you are making 70,000 fucking dollars and you can't run a website properly, brother, where is the money going? And obviously we are finding out right now where the money is going, but that has been a question on my mind, because I didn't even know that Artfight took donations, to be honest. I just kind of thought it was a really cool group of people. To her, yeah. I just kind of thought it was a really cool group of people running a really cool event. I didn't look into it much further than that, because I didn't really care. I was like, oh, see, fighting game, let's go, and just kind of played the game. I never joined the server. I never learned any of the mods. I don't know what's going on. I just kind of fucking used the website and moved on. I don't know any of this shit. So all of these names are unfamiliar to me, but my god, I'm so excited to learn. So here is a conversation between Takia and one person, and then Takia and Galaxy. I cannot pronounce the fart person's name. Fartily, maybe. Anyway, Takia says, despite how strict Artfight is with not safe for work, it's because I don't want to get sued. The Fartily, or whatever, says, and I don't want to fall in love. And then Takia says, I have nothing against not safe for work. And then in the second section, in the conversation with Galaxy, Takia says, write down all of your PayPal fees. They count as business expenses. Galaxy says, okay. Takia says, I suppose you could just look at them come tax time, lol. There's this thingo, says Galaxy, and then it's a link to a self-employment tax calculator. And then Takia says, to be honest, I was probably supposed to do taxes on Artfight donations. Implying that she hadn't before, but apparently we're fucking... apparently we owe $9,000 in Artfight taxes, but we didn't know that. But this was back in 2017. So who knows what was going on back then. If you have at any time made a donation to the site, make sure to update the payment info you used and possibly change your password in the case that a data breach occurs in the future. So if you've donated, get out of there, queen. It's so over. Info from users and mods, text only. From Anon, please understand that most of the regular staff members and support did not contribute to how things are run. Most joined the team to help people. A lot of us hate Takia as much as you, from a staff member of Artfight. Response to the above by Artfight Drama Confessions. Oh my god, that's fucking awesome. Let's go! Someone committing to the bit. If anyone ever says you, the mods, the ones directly involved and stepping down, did anything wrong, let us at them. This is a joke, but seriously. I hope you can rest easy knowing that a lot of us aren't on their side. That felt very irrelevant. Thank you for including it. From user, Dr. Diet Nasty. Dude, I fucking love internet drama. And this is clearly a little bit more than drama. The grooming part. Crimes are occurring. I'm gonna be honest, I don't mind the tax fraud. You can tax fraud all you want. That's none of my business. Um, um, I'm not gonna say I encourage tax fraud, but hey, it's you do what you gotta do. But the grooming stuff is very bad. But reading their names is fucking hilarious. I gotta go. Anyway, Dr. Nasty says, okay, but why are they letting you write it when it's very obviously a deep-rooted problem and you had just gotten promoted? And this feels like the announcement should be handled by staff who knew the longer-term members more so. That didn't make any fucking sense. From Air, dual mod on Discord and on site. I'm not writing a huge announcement about what happened. I'm just writing a, hey, the fight isn't ending here, here's why we didn't make an announcement prior to people leaving. Toy House thread that addresses multiple long-term issues. Ooh! It all connects. Okay, we'll go back to this. Grooming bad, but being like Tofungus XX67 says justice needs to be served to those who have committed a crime. Yeah. It fucking rocks. But I'm glad the master list connects back to this. So now we can go back to this part, read this part, and then head back over here. So, God, this works perfect. Okay. Oh, okay. I read that on the other one. Okay. The staff members who have resigned are as follows. Oops. Axel, admin and lead artist, Classic Turtle, so those are the people that we were talking about. Beefson, site mod promoted admin, Air, site mod promoted admin, Scribed Hearts, site mod, Dartwind, site mod, Mori, site mod, Juniper, site mod, Virixin, site mod, 60, site mod, Fangs, with a Z, site mod, Kyo, site mod, Sunny Shrimp, site mod, Space Nerdies, site mod, Lobster Hotels, chat mod, and Silk chat mod. I am linking their OnlyFans. I saw an F and I was like, fans. Got it. I meant Art Fight. I I'm linking their as fuck profiles. No, I'm linking their Art Fight profiles so that you can show them the support they need right now. If there are any concerns, please let me know. As fuck profiles, yeah. As always, do not harass anyone involved in this situation. Previous updates below. Okay. Okay. September 22nd, 2022, a sister account has been made on Twitter run by another user but serves the same purpose as this one thread. You can still send any proof on this account on Toy House. Okay, that didn't need to be read. It certainly was crossed out and I read it anyway, but I was just curious. July 24th, 2023, removed due to nothing ever coming from the owners of this account. September 24th, 2022, changes were made to the Discord server. See explicit content section. 9/27/2022, added NAKRAs to the PSA for his ties to the staff. Oh, added Necros to the PSA for his ties to the staff. Added screenshots and testimony from another user. Oh, this might be updates from the for the actual Toy House. I'll skip it. Even though I read like half of it. Don't worry about it. Much more has come to light about Art Fight and its staff, so I'll be properly editing this. I don't entirely know how to go about this, but I know I can't put it off for long. The original situation that myself and everyone else was a part of will be at the bottom. Art Fight allowing minors full access to non-safe for work content, Art Fight ignoring reports of all kinds, Art Fight disregarding their own rules, Art Fight's bias, Art Fight's questionable donations. That was the TLDR. So, allowing minors to view explicit content. Looking good. Art Fight has officially reworked and fixed the site filters after 6 years. Minor accounts can no longer access not safe for work on site. Howdy, everyone. Sorry for the long wait. Early bird team selection is finally open. For those unfamiliar, head on a blah 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 blah. See, team sorting, early bird selection. As a heads up, the site will likely be slow and possibly rate limited. Blah blah blah. Da, 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 da. In addition to the early bird signups, the way content filters on site have now been updated. You now have more granular control over whether each category is hidden, censored, or always shown. Users under the age of 18 also have some restrictions on which filters they can change. These updates ended up being pretty complex and required an entire rewrite of the filter system on the back end. Okay. Who made the site and why did they just not start with this to begin with? We did not need to go rewrite everything. We just needed it to be that way from the fucking beginning. Hello. Huh? You fucking goofballs. OCs are a big, like, I'm in middle school and hanging out with my best buddies. During art class and, like, making Mary Sue's, based on, like, fucking, I don't know, House MD. That's what I used to do. So, like, what the fuck are you thinking? Not having that be that way immediately. That is so insane. Whatever. Thank you to Liberkism for doing this test. Accounts that are under the age of 18 are still able to view Not Safe for Work. Below is a screenshot comparison of an 18 plus and an under 18 account. Left is minor, right the adult. What the fuck? That is insane. You can. Oh, so it's exactly the fucking same? Except for like one thing on this side? Oh, they just start off checked off. And then you can check them and then it's the same. You fucking goobers. What the fuck? This is the part that I feel matters most. Right off the bat, I have a screenshot from a miner's profile settings on Artfight showing that they are able to edit the filters to view everything, including sexual content, as well as another miner stating they've seen explicit material directly on the site. Help, I saw actual porn on the site once too, and they say they don't let it on the website. Like, what are you doing? And their roles, which has minor on them, so that's good, and a reminder for what Artfight allows within that filter. Anything with the intent to depict kinks, fetishes, sexual gratification, or overtly sexual posing. Reminder, porn is not allowed on Artfight. But this miner certainly saw some, so that's good. The official Artfight Discord server does not have an adult-only channel, unlike what you might think that means, apparently. As long as it's spoiled, nudity and sexual artwork is allowed to be shared publicly in a server with a large number of minors. Fucking rock on, it continues to get better. Here you have a minor expressing concerns over artwork that was blatantly sexual in nature, and the mod not only giving the worst opinion on not safe for work content I've ever seen, but also downright mocking the minor for reporting it. Oh, rock on, let's fucking go. So Myriapoda looks like the minor. Air from As We Saw Earlier is one of the, I think, an admin, actually. Let me go back up and check. Air, site mod promoted admin. So this is one of the admins. So that's good that this is happening. I'll just call them Miria. Miria says, are people allowed to send art with sexual themes into the server? Because I saw someone doing so and I just wanted to check. Air says, yes, they are, as long as it's under a spoiler. It's is not explicit, not safe for work, i.e. pornography, and they are not self-admitting they are a minor. All right, Miria says. Miria continues, I'm sorry to come back, but does that include nudity with sexual theming? Because it's kind of making me really uncomfortable having that be allowed in there, and I'm pretty sure that's against Discord TOS in a way. Air continues, hi, I'm sorry if you're personally uncomfortable, but nudity with sexual themes, as long as it isn't pornographic, is completely fine. Okay, so what does pornographic mean? I'm just curious. Nudity with sexual themes is fine, but pornography is where we draw the line. Oh, man. Okay. Whatever. Miria says, I don't see how that should be allowed because Discord TOS states that you can't let minors access any kind of adult content and it's reportable under their rules /gen. It's not explicitly pornographic, but it's clearly adult. And then they quote, I assume what is a Discord thing. It's a little small, but I'll do my best. What? I'm gonna the mod and then the mod gets to become the new god of the whole thing, which is really awesome. And I'm so glad. But the screenshot Miria sends states, gotta get in my into my old person stance. Do not make adult content available to under anyone under the age of 18. You must be 18 or older to participate in adult content on Discord. You must apply the age restricted label to any channels or servers if they contain adult content or other restricted content such as violent content. Do not use adult content in avatars, server banners, server icons, invite splashes, emoji, stickers, or any other space that cannot be age restricted. Air says adult content in the screenshot above is not safe for work content. And I don't know if everyone's familiar with emoticon language, but the two little caret things, like the up carrots, that's like someone's like squinting like they're smiling, I think. So that's kind of fucking insane that they added that directly after the thing they said. So jot that on. Two people hugging or kissing, or it's either that or they're referring to the thing above. You could look at it either way, but both are options. You get to pick. Two people hugging or kissing or cuddling is technically adult content too. What the fuck? No, it's. Oh my god, this is fucking brain dead. Are you being for real right now? Technically, cuddling is adult content too. Oh god, okay. Anyway, we don't allow explicit imagery or pornography, but there's a difference between something like topless female character art, technically adult content, and two characters engaged in an actual sexual act. I have to leave for the cottage and won't be able to respond, so if you have further concerns, please feel free to reach out to 6Z and you have my permission to screenshot this confo for context. Be so free. I know, it's fucking bad. Oh my god, jail. Quote, nudity with sexual themes. My moderator in Christ, I'm pretty sure that's how children get picked up by creeps. How can someone try to claim that the only explicit act is not safe that only the explicit act is not safe for work is beyond me and very infuriating. Update, the 18 plus channel being completely declined and the hilariously hypocritical reasons as to why the site is not PG-13 when it allows not safe for work to be seen by minors. Plus the fact that they're just allowing every minor to see not safe for work content in the Discord. I don't even know what the fuck this means. But there you go. My moderator in Christ, that was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. My brother in Christ, you made the sandwich. Anyway, September 24th update, all not safe for work content has been banned from the Artfight Discord server. Rule rewording and reminder on the 23rd of September 2022. Art rule number 5 has been updated to remove not safe for work themes from the list of spoilered content. Art rule number 6 has been added to reiterate that not safe for work content and sexually themed art are not allowed within the server, even with a spoiler, and how to go about asking sexual theme related questions. Reminder, the above updates have been made to clear up any confusion on our policy on not safe for work content. Not safe for work content as well as sexually themed content is not allowed within the server. And this is from a completely different guy, Classic Turtle. Update, Necross. The user known as Necross is a friend to Mod Air and has attempted to defend her actions regarding allowing not safe for work to be shared with minors. Wow, that's great. So glad that's happening. In doing this, he has revealed his own questionable mentality regarding minors and not safe for work and has dragged a minor through the thread in a personal grievance. Because of his relationship to both the mod and owner of Artfight, I'm adding this here. Archive pages provided by Windwaken. Please see their comment here for more context. Please look at the archive links for full responses. Holy fuck. We're getting real deep. Regarding minors, that's a pedophile. Correct. You are correct. Archive. Continue. You know what? We'll just read this. the initial comment. Oh, and oh, okay. Lots of reading here today. My ass is not gonna get anything done. Um, luckily I'm doing it in MS Paint style, so I'm not particularly concerned. Okay, this is an across. I'm sure it's pronounced differently, but I can't be asked. Hello, just to clarify, as I'm seeing. No, me too. I'm fucking obsessed. Um, just to clarify, as I'm seeing a lot of responses on the doc, Air wasn't the one who made the comment. That was me, not on a throwaway account. I made a point about not making assumptions without proof and not ascribing intent to someone's actions, and the response to that was to assume that I was Air without any proof to back that up. That's on me, I guess. I shouldn't have made the comment anonymously, though I'm still very disappointed that was the immediate reaction to it. My point still stands, though, and I feel this reaction kind of reinforces my point. It is irresponsible to make accusations without having the means to back it up. I felt it was most urgent to address one of the things which directed possible harassment towards Ahmad, which is why I intervened where I did, though I didn't have time to get into some of the other stuff I felt needed attention as much as I wanted to. I may or may not have I may or may not talk about why I think some of the claims are valid, whereas others I have a hard time believing at a later time. Though I'll admit, after the response on this one, I'm reluctant to even bother. I believe this has descended beyond the point of productive discussion or offering of a different perspective, and frankly, it would fall on deaf ears anyway. I think I'd rather talk to a brick wall. I want to elaborate on a few things. Many of you brought up that other mods have been name dropped in this thread. I think it goes without saying that anyone can scroll up for free and. Okay, drop the fucking attitude, bro. This is like. Bitch. Okay, now I'm not gonna scroll up. Fuck you. I'm gonna think whatever I want. Get out of here. And see it right there. Also for free. 2 times. Anyone can scroll up for free, bitch. Yeah. I can also scroll off your post because it's dog shit. But anyway. Oh, where was I? But that's not at all. Scroll up to prison, whore. So true. You should say it. Da, 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 da. But that's not at all what I was referring to. I think my sentence structure might have made it a bit odd to understand, so I want to rephrase my point. What I meant was that she was the only one name dropped in regards to sensitive topic discussion, and perhaps not everyone was on the same page about terminology, i.e., what is sexual content and what isn't acceptable for minors to have access to, causing some misunderstandings and miscommunication, which, by the way, I was curious, so I looked into it a little bit. Not safe for work, sexual content, sexually explicit content, and pornography may all seem to have similar meanings, but actually have distinctions that this feels like the pedophile argument, where they're just like, actually, it's not pedophilia, it's hebophilia or whatever. I don't know all of them because I'm normal. It's all pedophilia to me, okay? That's where we're at. But this feels similar. Libertarian ass behavior. Anyway, so the decisions that I feel are relevant to said misunderstandings, and I feel it's important to understand those distinctions when looking at some of the screenshots on this thread, as well as how they relate to what is and isn't acceptable on Artfight. From the comments in the thread, it was heading in the direction of her being targeted for trying to explain Artfight rules, and I felt that was unacceptable and needed to be addressed and stopped. It wasn't murder technically. It was a homicide. Okay, and you're in handcuffs and I'm calling a spade a spade. Yeah. We don't need to get complicated. You killed that fucking guy. Like, you're going to prison. That's just how it works. And I felt it was unacceptable and needed to be addressed and stopped. This conversation has devolved into something I feel is being handled far from appropriately or maturely. I'll say I agreed with the initial message of the thread, that being that Artfight staff mishandled the situation and displayed a lack of communication towards its users on the subject. And that is more than could and should have been done to fix it. But I feel that having all this extra stuff that's not 100% certain is detrimental to the cause, to the point of risking this entire thread to be dismissed as being just rumors. This is not a measured response to the situation, noticeably because it's so fucking long. Typically, a measured response is, I don't know, an inch. You can measure it. This is so long you can't. Anyway, measures responses. I would urge many of you to take a step back and reconsider your involvement, which I'll be taking my own advice on Lamoa. I don't have the time or energy to participate from here on. I am not here to force anyone to agree or disagree with my stance. All I can really put forth is to be critical of info stemming from speculation, word of mouth, such as "trust me, bro," and other unreliable sources, and to be especially cautious of when potential especially cautious when potential harassment may ensue from that info. This extends to Unknown Spy, the 52 DAOC attack targets Artfight staff, and anyone on this thread, even if you think they're an alt account. Do not harass anyone involved in the situation. Also, sorry about the novel response. You fucking should be. I don't know how to be concise when making a point, I've noticed, and I tend to drone on. This is true. So maybe do something about it. Put it in fucking Grammarly and be like, how to be better when writing this. Help. Because I think there's a setting on Grammarly where you can fucking shorten it. Good Christ. Dendrona, you're free to critique my position. I'd be more than willing to correct myself if I got anything wrong, but I'm unlikely to respond otherwise. Too long didn't read, and that is a paragraph of its fucking own. Saw one too many, and honestly, I didn't understand the basis, so I'm still gonna read the TLDR, because honestly, you probably could have just deleted everything else and just did the TLDR. Saw one too many unsubstantiated claims that rubbed me the wrong way, wrote a comment which got me mistaken for a mod, which I am not, nor do I pretend to be, meant to address more than just the one thing, but honestly kind of can't be asked to care anymore. Ew. It's can't be asked. What the fuck is wrong with you? Don't make assumptions based on about people's intent based on off your interpretation or what you think they're saying. Check and cite your sources, and be critical when looking at what others have to say. The original intent of the thread and a lot of criticism of Artfight are valid, but baseless claims are distracting from the original goal, possibly at the expense of the attackees. My dad works at Nintendo. Trust me, bro. Do not harass anyone. Okay, honestly, still didn't really understand the TLDR. So glad we get second comment stuff. This is gonna fucking rock. Is this the same person? I think it is. Initial comment. It disappoints me that you would be ignorantly attribute that you would very ignorantly attribute, excuse me, anything and everything related to the BDSM. Huh? I'm sorry. Why are we talking about the BDSM community? I am confused. This feels lightly irrelevant. Like, I don't. Whatever. Here we go. It disappoints me that you would very ignorantly attribute anything and everything related to the BDSM community as being inherently sexualized or sexual. Now that sentence is certainly something to fucking take a big bite out of. You're never gonna fucking believe this. So true. I am never going to believe this. Anyway. That's an incredibly ignorant statement at best and at worst maliciously dishonest in order to fuel a false narrative to people who clearly don't know, don't understand, or refuse to acknowledge the reality of the situation. You're actively perpetuating harmful stereotypes constantly pushed by people who are not in the community based on their preconceived notions about the community, however disconnected from reality that notion may be. If you've if you'd done even a sliver. By the way, the title of your stream is very true. No more artifacts. It is so, bro, it is so insanely true. We aren't spending upwards of an hour on this so far. What are you talking about? Get out of here. Da-da-da-da-da. If you'd even done a sliver of research rather than sheltering yourself and relying on misconceptions that are mainstream in the media, you'd have thought twice about making this claim. What claim are we responding to? I feel like that is kind of an important part of this, but anyway, um, whatever, it's fine. It's not too far off from people who protest that the entire LGBTQIA plus community by suggesting there's anything inherently sexualized or sexual about being part of the LGBT. Shut the fuck up. That's too many letters. I'm becoming a Republican. Also, I also mean in the sense that based off of the shit we're reading, there's no way our fight is gonna keep going. I don't know. We haven't reached the end of it yet. I mean, I hope it keeps going because I really like Art Fight, but it is certainly not sounding good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Especially if this air person is one of the people running it. But whatever. Where are we at? We're suggesting there's anything. Which, might I remind you, results in protests against benign things such as our rights, our pride parades, etc. Because won't anyone please think of the children. However, I don't get into talks about this, as this is an incompetently compiled thread made by 15-year-olds getting upset over Art Fight. But do yourself a favor and some growing up and go do some research before you talk, you chronically online parasite. I'm sorry if I've caused you discomfort over the comment, and it's linked, but God only knows to what, and I wished you'd told me as much when it happened. I do find it odd, however, that you would reply, which is also linked, which we don't fucking see, and bring up my comment hours after it happened. If you were so horrifically uncomfortable, if you've been following along thus, oh wait, I read that very, that you'd bring up my comment hours after it happened if you were so horrifically uncomfortable. If you'd been following along thus far, you'd understand why something like the topic of BDSM is not inherently sexual and how absolutely damaging that mindset is. I'd give an example of the consequences of that mindset, but we're smack in the middle of one. Whatever. I didn't reference or intend it in such a way, nor did I even direct the comment towards you. If you're upset that my friends and I repeatedly told you that you're trying to flirt with me is inappropriate, huh, dude? I don't know. Is inappropriate, you can say so. Wait, I didn't understand that one. Let me try again. If you're upset that my friends and I repeatedly told you that you're trying to flirt with me is inappropriate, you can say so. If you're upset that you made me and everyone else uncomfortable around those kinds of topics, pushing on the subject of me and flirting, commenting on my looks after I tried to shut down a conversation which made me uncomfortable, and that you frequently overstepped boundaries, pushing about my jokes that weren't about you or directed at you at all, part 1 and part 2, which are also linked, we do not see, you can say so. If you're upset because I never returned any of your excessive love bombing and trying to get closer to me when I wanted none of it, you can just say so. Dude, this dude is fucking therapy brain broken and it's not even funny. Like, you know the gaslighting shit that's going on? Like, once people started learning what gaslighting was, what boundaries were, shit like that. What was the other one? I think no, I think it was boundaries. Like that one guy who Jonah Hill, who was like, actually I'm setting boundaries for my girlfriend, but they were just like weird shit. Like you can't have an Instagram or surf with men even though it's your job. Um, Once people learned about like therapy speak, it was all fucking over from there. It like irredeemable brain like they therapy ruined some people. It's bad. Um, no, no, no. Excessive love. Okay, love bombing is another example. Is what I was trying to talk about. Um, because I don't think anyone knows what the fuck that means. Not really. Um, but whatever. It's fine. And trying to get closer to me when I wanted none of it. You can just say so. Unfortunately for those who enjoy screenshots, you were speaking in voice chat while I was typing. So forgive the lack of screenshots on this one. But let me refresh your memory with this. When you brought up an assumption about my sexuality out of the blue, claiming you have gay vibes in the middle of our then mutual friends playing Stardew Valley, because fuck my boundaries, right? Ironic that my comment about children not understanding boundaries and being too clingy goes right over your head. However, I suppose since you were constantly directing your overly flirtatious comments towards me at that time, despite my numerous rebuffs and attempts to establish boundaries. Dude, what did I fucking say? Oh, what did I say? Anyway, I guess I can understand how you might think that comment above was me finally reciprocating your endless I love you Vix. And since you're fond of taking things out of context, I'll repeat and be clear, it was not. Um Here is a quote finally that I can fucking see of this person of someone else. I assume who we're talking to in this giant ass statement. Um but I don't it doesn't say who. Of course, Air and Vic Necross are defending not safe for work allowed in minor spaces. Shake my head. Vic is a pedophile and Air knows it and doesn't care one bit. Okay, rock on. Finally a fucking statement that makes sense to me. In this whole thing, this is the one, and it's not even them saying it. It's a quote from someone else. To be honest, your comment on this thread directed towards me should have been dealt with privately since it has nothing to do with this thread. But since you want to address this all publicly, we can. This friend of yours that you're getting your pedo information from is the same person who tried to encourage me to date a 16-year-old friend when we, your friend and I, were 19. And I was the one who told them that I felt it was inappropriate and that it made me uncomfortable. Did your friend ever tell you exactly what I did, or did they skew the narrative to manipulate you into believing that? According to them, dating a 16-year-old as a 19-year-old is disgusting and inappropriate, except I never dated a 16-year-old, or anyone else for that matter, not until I met my first partner in one of my university classes, that is. That felt irrelevant. This is so fucking geeky. I know, this person is brain broken as fuck. It's not even funny. Um, what I do know, and what this friend knows, is that you were age 16 and dating a 19-year-old. Are we about to blame them for this? Or what's going on here? And that you said you had been dating this person since you were 13 and he was 16. I wonder why your friend is busy trying to make up shit about me rather than trying to teach slash support slash protect you, someone who is actively being groomed. Okay. It's your fault I'm a creep. That's the flavor I'm getting, yeah. And when this person went behind my back to accuse me of these things with out of context screenshots with no background, yes, hit the no context. Let's fucking go. Man, I should have made like a bingo board or some shit before we started this. Like an internet drama bingo board. That so would have been on there. The clipped out of context moment. Rock on, brother. That's fucking so fresh and funky. Anyway, no background information. Yes, let's go. Um, I shared the full conversations in plural that I had with your friend, where I, on multiple occasions, told them I was not comfortable with the idea of dating someone underaged, despite the fact that they got in contact with the 16-year-old and agreed to act as a wingman slash asking me on their behalf. This is why my friends stand with me. This is why I haven't been marginalized and why you and your friend were removed from certain circles. My friends have seen the full picture. They've seen the badly cropped screenshots from your friend, and they've seen my screenshots of DMs in their entirety with nothing edited out or hidden. Not sure I can say the same for you. Maybe think about that. I would say someone who endorses and encourages other overaged persons. I'm sorry, overaged is an insane fucking thing to say, but go off. Speak your truth. To date minors shouldn't be accusing people of the same behavior. But you know what they say about projection of the guilty. Because I'm a reasonable person. That's fucking insane to say. I'm giving you and this friend of yours the opportunity to let this entire situation go and stop once and for all with the ridiculous lies. I'm not publishing names, pronouns, screenshot, or any identifying factors of your friend, and I will continue to protect their anonymity, provided they never insert their vile, opportunistic, tiny self into making claims against me being a pedo ever again, and provided you do what I've wanted you to do for ages, which is to leave me the fuck alone. I have never felt the need to make any call out posts or PSAs about you or your friends, because frankly, I have long moved past caring about that friend. If you slash your friend want to make a call out post on me with your badly cropped, lacking context screenshots, then hell yeah, go for it. I can simply copy paste what I've already written here with some fulsome screenshots included. Every claim I've made about this friend has in this post has fulsome screenshot evidence behind it, with nothing cropped or altered. Your call. But again, this thread has nothing to do with your insipid rumor mongering, so unless you have something to contribute to any of my points, that isn't. Hee hee, I want to hop on the rumor bandwagon. Kindly fuck right off. That's wild. That was a lot. So here's a comment on a related document. Let me scroll back up. Like, what the fuck are we even talking about right now? Jesus fucking Christ, I know. Please see their comment here for more context. Ooh, screenshots they've included in their post. Let's fucking go. This is a lot. Why are we communicating on fucking Toy House? Okay. This one is, I'm sorry if I've caused you discomfort over the comment. This is the comment in question. That feel when you lose your... So, Vic is the guy making the comments. Saber, we'll just say that, is the other guy. That feel when you lose your tablet pen. I don't fucking know where it went. I was using it when I laid down and now it's somewhere, but I either can't see it or it's under the bed. A classic artist thing to do. Also, having my light on this low is insanely fucking ominous and very funny. Figured I'd talk about that for a second. Okay. This shit is the reason I subject my tablet pen to kink levels of bondage. I'm not ready to lose that little bastard. I have too much sin to create. It is quite ominous. And I mean, to be fair, it is an ominous subject we are discussing. Because considering this statement right here, First of all, kink is an inherently sexual thing. So the fact that we're talking about BDSM and they're trying to say that it's not sexual, you just said it was. So you're already wrong in that front. It has a little thing. It's held in the case, but I just forgot to put it there. Oh shit. Happy 905 everybody. We've been at this for quite a while. And I don't even know when we'll be done. If we ever get bored, let me know. I have so many tabs open. It's a little unfortunate. It has a little thing it's held in the case. But I just forgot to put it there. You need a pen lease or something, child. Thank you for your happy 905. It is appreciated as always. I know it's not far. I just can't really get on the floor to look. And then this next one was, I do find it odd, however, that you would reply and bring up my comment. And so this is the reply bringing up the comment. Found my pen, lol, responding to that initial kink message. Oh, hell yeah, now get to work, kiddo. No, I'm kidding. Don't burn yourself out. There's a lot of kid and child regarding this person, and I gotta say I'm not a fan. Trying to flirt with me is inappropriate, so this is supposed to be the person flirting. My favorite thing is also girls. Do I count if I'm only half girl / joke? No, I want the whole thing. Also, you don't count because you're a kid. Good save. Also, that's a joke. They just said. Anyway, so that was flirting. Pushing on the subject of me and flirting. So this should be that. Lol, or he's a very flirty vampire himself. The guy says, Vic, I don't like all this speculation. Saber says, Vic, flirty? I doubt it. This is so gross. But I have to piss. Tell me what I miss. Of course. I'm sure you won't miss much. Or maybe you will. Who knows? Vic, flirty? I doubt it. Vic says, the chat has been revived, but at what cost? The server owner says, snort, at what cost? The friend in question, we will just call him friend, is added and said, can Vic flirt? The server owner says, hey, Saber. Let's move on past that one. LOL. I'm gonna ruin your fun. I'm sorry. So, and then the friend, I assume, says, I mean, Vic delivered, chat saved. And then Saber's like, I doubt he can flirt anyway. Oh god, okay. And then Vic says, wow. And then the server owner says, babe, you would not know someone 22 can flirt. You can't know that. So I guess Vic is 22 years old and Saber, because they're young, can't tell that they can flirt? Is that what's going on? I think that's what's happening. Okay, and then we've got commenting on my looks after I shut down a conversation which made me uncomfortable. No, let's not talk about toilet selfies. There are children here. Snort laugh. Saber says, the only thing us children are going to do about your toilet selfie is judge you. Vic says, well, you children won't be seeing my toilet selfies because that is beyond my boundaries. Saber says, I wouldn't want to see that anyways, although I'm sure toilet selfies aside, you look nice. Vic says, don't assume anything about my looks. I promise you'll be severely disappointed. Saber says, why must you be like this? Wait, what the fuck? Commenting on my looks after I tried to shut down a conversation. Oh, okay. I thought they... I thought they meant commenting on my looks in a negative capacity and not in the way that they did. Okay, first of all, I'm unfamiliar with the concept of a toilet selfie. So that's fucking insane on its own. Second of all, they were just talking to you. I don't understand what's bad about this, and the fact that they linked it is fucking insane. We'll keep that one up for Grace because that one's a weird one. So then we've got. Ooh, you frequently observe my boundaries, pushing about my jokes that weren't about or directed at you at all. Part 1 and part 2. We will look both at the same time. It's been almost 4 years and I've never once been nice to this man. I will not start now. Crying kitty making a phone call. Bliss. Some of this is very hard to decipher. Doing my best here. Vic says, he has always made fun of me, but that's okay. I have my healthy list of blackmail on him. Smiley face. I know you have a shit ton of blackmail on everyone, says random person. I know everyone says Vic. What's mine, huh? Says Saber. Some random person says, I was rocking him to sleep. Don't worry, the gif was just sped up. Wait, what the fuck? This is irrelevant. Get rid of it. Oh, okay, be gentle, he's sensitive. Is also relevant. This did not fucking need to be in here. I would highlight the important stuff, leave it in. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. They at Vic and say, what's my sin, huh? Vic says, releasing it into the public currently would defeat the blackmail status of it. I have to use it as leverage. You'll know when it happens. Sad winky face. Saber says, then DM me it. Fool/J. Vic says, you've obviously never been a mob boss. That's not how mafia work. Saber says, I want to know my sins. Is my sin being a baby? Okay, pretty standard, like, child behavior. I'm not liking this joke anymore. Sad face. Saber says, I'm not liking that you won't tell me my sins. Sad face. Purple says, I'll just do colors. Hey friend, it was a joke and I'm getting uncomfortable/Jen. Saber says, what a shame. I really wanted to know what actual sins I've committed according to Vic. Vic says, Saber, I really don't have a sins list and it is making me a bit uncomfortable that you're being a bit pushy about it. Saber says, sorry. That's pretty standard 16-year-old behavior, assuming that's what they are. I really don't think it was that deep. Okay, excessive love bombing. Can't fucking wait to see this. Purple says, Vic, we pick on you because we love you. Vic says, uh-huh. Saber says, yeah, I love Vic. Vic says, likely story. Purple says something completely fucking irrelevant. Saber says, he's like, a big brother, kinda. Brother love bombing? What the fuck is... The screenshots are bad. The screenshots don't mean anything. And then Vic says, I guess I am? Blue says, what's wrong with pale skin and staying up late? This doesn't fucking matter at all. Saber says, anyway, point stands, we love you, Vic. Vic says, although the applications for more siblings of mine are closed right now, I have far too many. This isn't love bombing. I don't... Therapy speak fucking back at it again, dude. Okay, and then this one is my comment about children not understanding boundaries and being too clingy. Vic says, go to bed. I don't like kids either, but for some reason they love me, and it's like you can't yell at a kid. They don't know how annoying they are. They're just kids. Welcome back. I have a little screenshot for you to read. Okay, for context, we read the... It says you left. We read the commenting on where were you? I don't remember. Commenting on my looks. The commenting on my looks was kind of stupid. It was like talking about toilet selfies, which is weird. and Vic was like, "You will not be seeing my toilet selfies." And Saber was like, "Okay, I'm sure you look fine. I don't want to see your toilet selfies, but I'm sure you look fine." Was the conversation, and then they stopped talking about it. It was weird. And then Love Bombing was like, hold on, was that this one? No, it wasn't. Oh, here's the toilet selfie one. Um, a weird ass couple. I agree. So Vic says, let's not talk about toilet selfies. There are children here. Saber says, the only thing us children are going to do about your toilet selfies is judge you. Vic says, well, you children won't be seeing my toilet selfies because that's beyond my boundaries. Saber says, I wouldn't want to see that anyways, although I'm sure toilet selfies aside, you look nice. Vic says, don't assume anything about my looks. I promise you'll be severely disappointed. Saber says, why must you be like this? Which I'm in complete fucking agreement. This is it's almost sounding like they're down, like being down on themselves for some reason, but they're blaming the person for talking about um toilets. They said I tried to shut down a conversation, and they did. And they were just participating in the conversation. They do seem to be a minor. From what I'm understanding. But so yeah, there's that one. This one, the love bombing one, was Saber saying that they're like a brother, and that was the love bombing. So you let me know if that's love bombing or not. I don't think it is, but whatever. And then this one is my comment about children not understanding boundaries and being too clingy. Vic says, go to bed. I don't like kids either, but for some reason they love me, and it's like you can't yell at a kid. They don't know how annoying they are. They're just kids. Saber says, I try to tolerate kids to the best of my abilities, but they don't understand space, and that's the hard part because a lot of the time they won't give me the space I need or won't respect my boundaries and not touch me, which I understand since they don't understand that stuff yet. And that is also completely fucking irrelevant to what they said because they didn't say anything regarding boundaries and being too clingy regarding children. They almost misinterpreted their own fucking statement, which is psychotic. Um so that is the context we received for this. So here's the comment on a related document. Anonymous says, on what basis do you make that claim at COG? You're going to need evidence to support that because I find it hard to believe that out of all the staff on the art fight team, only the owner and some arbitrarily chosen mod uh, and I urge you to verify on the mod hierarchy in the Discord server, as well as reviewing the comment you yourself left on page 16 of that thread regarding what actions specific staff positions are allowed to perform, is one of the lowest mod positions and lacks any ability to take executive actions that the other admins do possess. What? Okay, hopefully you understand this because I am not comprehending it as I'm reading it. Have access to the money. I just fail to see what the end goal of giving access to. I don't. Okay, awesome. I'll start over. Because I find it hard to believe out of all of the staff on the R5 team, only the owner and some arbitrarily chosen mod have access to the money. And I will now go back and read the very long, oh my god, so fucking long, parenthesis, who I urge you to verify the mod hierarchy in the Discord server, as well as reviewing the comment you yourself left on page 16 of that thread regarding what action-specific staff positions are allowed to perform, is one of the lowest positions and lacks any ability to take executive actions that other admins do possess. Okay, so the other admin that has access to money lacks any ability to take executive actions that the other admins do possess, is I think what it means. But anyway, I just fail to see what the end goal of giving access to a random mod rather than another admin would be. The same mod, I would like to point out, seems to be the only one who's been name dropped in the thread, sourced from DM screenshots regarding a sensitive topic. I personally do think the thread has some very valid points to make, but unless there's proper evidence with credible sources, word of mouth, anonymous sources, and speculations are not credible sources of Air having access to the art fight donations. I think spreading this without 100% certainty is very, very is a very, very irresponsible thing to do. My intent is not to be harsh or rude, and apologies if that's how I'm coming off, nor is it meant to be an attack of any kind towards you, and I should mention slash disclaim it that I'm not a lawyer, and this is really only from what I've briefly looked at up on Google, so make of that what you will. Misappropriations of funds seems to be a pretty serious accusation, and it genuinely concerns me that this is made on such flimsy foundation. This is inappropriate and could very well be bordering on targeted harassment if it continues like this, and it needs to stop yesterday. So it sounds like this is Necros commenting on the misappropriation of funds. Apparently, Air has been accused of the misappropriation of funds. I thought Air was being accused of allowing not safe for work to be shared with minors. But we're talking about the funds. So whatever. Ties to Air and Takia. So they are all subscribed to each other. Or whatever. I agree. This is made very badly. And after we're done, I'll summarize it to the best of my ability. Unread reports. Reports of a variety of different reasons that were never dealt with, from very simple reports such as regarding a redesign someone made to underage users to someone actively and directly profiting off of art fight attacks and other people's characters. The latter two have been bumped multiple times as they directly violate art fight TOS. If you have others to add, please feel free to share. I've heard of more instances. Update: a credible but anonymous source has come forward to confirm that art fight is overstaffed and overworked. The senior staff that is left in charge of the reports has made little effort to help in these areas, nor give up some of these responsibilities in order to deal with them at a reasonable time. So here's a 12-year-old underage user reported by Pretty Boy. Here is some stuff Pretty Boy said in response. How often can I bump tickets? I have a report on an underage user that's been sitting for almost a month. Then later on, they say, so that was in July. This one is in August. Like a couple weeks later. I have pretty much the same question about a report on an underage user that's been sitting for almost 2 months now. Are those kinds of reports not a priority at the moment? And then several months later in November, they said, could I get a moderator response to this, please? Because one of them was regarding an underage user and I don't feel comfortable with how long it's been sitting in my reports. Then someone else reports profiting off of art fight attacks. Though they comment in their report, this user blank is saying that they will be selling the sculptures that they made of other people's characters for attacks if they don't pay the shipping price, profiting off of the attacks that they made. So this conversation, the reporter says, "Hey mod, I asked about bumping a report and I was told to message a site mod, so I thought it'd be best to message who I originally asked about it. I reported the message where the person I told you about said that they'd be selling the sculptures they made of people's characters if they didn't pay shipping, and it hasn't been closed yet. Takia commented about around 2 weeks ago and asked where they said that, and I gave them the screenshot and the link to the message. For clarification, it wasn't the person's account that I reported, it was the message they sent to me. It hasn't been closed yet, and the person said specifically that by September 1st they'd be selling the sculptures that people haven't asked to be shipped. So I'm worried that it won't be closed by the time that happens. It's unlikely that anything can be done to reverse it once it happens. So I'd really like to bump the report somehow so that it doesn't happen at all. Thank you." The mod says, "Hi, no worries for the message. I was actually just chatting with Takia about this earlier. It is still being actively dealt with." The reporter says, "Oh, all right. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you so much." Um, a year later, they said, "Hi, hire mod. I was told to DM a higher up to bump a report." The higher mod says, "Hi. Yes, can you link the report slash describe it?" The reporter says, "Yes, I was just about to. Sorry about the delay." They link the report. The higher mod says, "No worries, thank you. We'll make sure to deal with the situation." The reporter says, "Thank you." The higher mod says, "No problem." The reporter, in a different conversation with a different high mod, says, so the reporter says, "Hiya, I was told to bump a report to you by a site mod, just copying and pasting the previous message I sent. It's been neglected for a while, over a year. Um, this is about a month later from that first higher mod response, or from that first higher mod conversation. It's been neglected for a while, over a year, meaning they probably repeated such action this art fight. Oh, the same user probably did the same shit they did the year prior. Which is quite upsetting to me since it's about selling physical figurines of characters, and it's making me incredibly uncomfortable knowing a figurine of my OC is probably in someone else's home right now. The different high mod says, "Hi, could you provide links slash context about the situation? I want to make sure I get all the context I need before going forward." The report the reporter sends in the message. I think the next day, the reporter says, "Please let me know when you see this. No rush." The the eye smiley face making a return as a smiley face. "No rush. I just want to make sure it was seen." The different higher mod says, "No worries. I just got home from work, so I'll look at it shortly. Thank you for the reminder message." The reporter says, "Thank you." Um so this is a screenshot. Takia is in this. Um Takia, it's in the message that this report is on. Here's an image of it. Here's a link to the message too. And then it's the link. And then it's um a private message about the sculpture. "Hello, Art Fight friend. I'm ready to mail out felted sculptures to those who want them. I request only a shipping fee, $8 for the US." Oh, maybe it says 11. $11 for the US, 18 for outside USA. Payments can be sent to a location. Be sure to include your mailing address, blah, blah, blah. Come September 1st, I will bring leftover art fight sculptures to a local art store here in Oregon to sell. If you want your little fuzzy, better let me know. Blah, blah, blah. Thanks for a fun art fight, signed the person. And then Takia says, "Where did they say that? Do you have links?" Da, 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 da. So that looks like the end of that situation. This looks like a different one. So that one looks like it never got resolved. So that is a certain issue, especially if it's like against the TOS, and they're also actively saying, "I don't want to pay this money. Also don't want them to have my like OC sold to someone else for profit. That's my design. I'm not getting any profit from it." An Anon sent me another unfilled report, this time regarding a user that has scammed at least 150 from other artists and has been untouched. This user also just so happens to be a high-tier art fight sponsor that was featured on the 2022 banner. Scamming off-site. Proof contains affected users' names. This user has. Okay, so here's the report. It says this user has been banned from the Strudel Cafe Discord and website following art scams with at least $150 in losses and confirm confirmed and 8 victims. They have been advertising in the Fight Discord server as well, so who knows how much this number may have increased. If any more info is needed, I'll see what I can do. Screenshots below, and then it's the links to all the screenshots. The Anon reached out to a mod directly at first at the beginning of June, which yielded nothing much other than suggesting they report them on the site, which, correct me if I'm wrong, don't they actually encourage the opposite when it comes to such serious matters? I'll be the first to admit that the Anon may not have given me all the proper context, as I cannot tell if it was them that stopped responding like this, it shows in the screenshot, or if they did carry on past it and then the staff member became silent again. If it is the former, I can give them the benefit of the doubt that it was because they were actively told to report it on the site. The reporter says, "Hello, I am very sorry for the DM, but a user on Artfight Plus in the server has been banned from another server I'm in due to pulling of a large amount of scans via PayPal. A Google Docs compiling the proof of the victims is in the works, but I can provide screenshots for now. I'm not sure if Artfight would take any action on this, but I thought it would be best to spread the word so nobody else falls victim." The reporter, several days later, the initial message was on the 8th. They follow up on the 16th. "Sorry if it seems like I'm being impatient, but I wanted to bump this because it's kind of really important." The mod responds the second message. "Hi, I do apologize. I receive a lot of DMs, and when I'm busy at work or preoccupied, I tend to miss them. I believe we've banned scammers in the past, but we'd have to take a look at the case. If they have an Artfight account, I would suggest making a report on their account there and linking all the documents in their report. Plus, include their Discord tag. If they do not have an account on the site, you can also send me the tag and links and I'll bring them to the team for an investigation. If you know / are noticing them posting in advertisements during the off season and scamming people on the server, please let me know as well." The reporter says, "Thank you so much. It seems they have been posting in that channel though." The mod says, "Also, I am around now to help, but for important / urgent scenarios, please DM another mod as well if it's taking me a while to get back to you, because if something's going on, I feel bad having it sit because I didn't notice your message." Frowny face, oh no, frowny face. In between the two contact attempts, the Anon went to the server and asked for more information regarding response times. A site mod answered, and when told what the situation was about, did not offer help and told them to just try the original mod again. So this is a mod. "Oh, what was your DM about? Not an NFT bot scam issue, I assume." A smiley sweat emoji. I don't know how familiar everyone is with emoticons, just so everyone's clear. It's sweaty smile. Or whatever. That's how I interpret it. And I'm right. Anyway, the reporter says, "No, someone was pulling off PayPal scams in a different server I'm in and walked away with $150, and I noticed they were in here too." The mod says, "Depending on who you contacted about it, they might just need a nudge. Give the DM a polite bump if it's been a week." The fucking smiley face again. It's really haunting me. Late report response. Tickets sent in that took months to close. Edited official game sprite use, exactly 1 year to resolve. Here's a created 15th of July 2021, updated 15th of July 2022. June. Excuse me. Reporter's comment. "This attack is simply just an edited version of Erica's portrait with my OC Tali's colors and horn-like accessories. I feel this isn't allowed, since it just reuses an existing image and then have it edited over." Then they bumped it a couple of times via comments. Bump was the first one. "Bumping this since the attack's still up and I'm starting to feel worried that the person is getting away with portrait edits, which is against this site's rules. The specific rule, even though it's obvious what's wrong. Rule 16. All art created as an attack for Artfight must both be unique per attack and created during the duration of Artfight. All attacks must be your own work. Bases and reused..." Aw, damn, that means I wouldn't be able to send in the lolly Artfight a year out because that'd be against the rules. Anyway, and created during the duration of art fight. All attacks must be your own work. Bases and reused works, lines, and backgrounds, and other elements are disallowed. Pre-made brushes and assets are okay, but excessive use of pre-made brushes, such as for trees, must be rated as no background, which is kind of fucking stupid, but whatever. I'm not running the site. We will do it better next year. If we're even gonna run next year, cause holy fuck. So far it's looking like not a single good thing has happened to any person participating in our fight. Holy fuck. Luckily I've never had any problems, but holy shit. Traced base, half a year to resolve. This attack is a traced base with no credit from Zilla Hearted. Proof of less important reports being dealt with instantly. Removed as it's come forward that regular site mods are the ones handling rating reports. So they decide what's important and they are typically dealing with the less important ones. Staff disconnect. I'm not sure what to really call this one, but mods not knowing details of other situations and causing them to be dragged out is another issue being seen. In July 2021, a user spoke to a mod regarding a character someone was wrongly claiming as stolen and received the okay to post the character. Let me reread that sentence. That didn't make any fucking sense. A user spoke to a mod regarding a character someone was wrongly claiming as stolen and received the okay to post the character. An indeterminate time later, a different mod would take the character down due to reports and would eventually tell the user it was alright to re-upload. Fucking what, dude? Whatever. I'll just read the messages and we'll find out. The reporter says, "Hey there, saw that you'd prefer to be messaged via Discord rather than via messages on Artfight. I'm blank on site. I'm a reporter on site and I recently contacted you for a deleted character. I was unaware that the previous contact between you and blank made the I'll just say Red. You and Red made the choice to delete after viewing two recent reports on the character and comparing images. After further consideration of the characters and of your correspondence with another mod, I'm unable to re-upload the character myself, but I can retrieve the images for you to re-upload if needed. So very sorry for the misunderstanding and convenience, especially since this character had already had an attack against them. Sad face. Also, my apologies for dark text on site. It must have been due to copying my notes from my application rather than typing them directly into the text box. Hope you have a good rest of your day/night." The mod responds, "Yes, thank you for contacting me on here. No worries, I definitely understand that the whole situation is rather confusing. I've already tried to explain the situation to both the designer of the character and the owner, but the designer just started yelling at me and the owner just ghosted me entirely even though I offered to make changes. So I'm not sure why they're still going around reporting my stuff. I'm honestly very sorry about all the waste of time. I've re-uploaded him already. Don't worry about the image. I had them saved myself. Don't worry about it too much. It looks like the actual attack is still there after all." 10 days later, the user would get the character taken down again, and a rather hostile strike was put on their profile, implying that they were going directly against moderator instruction. You're receiving this warning for disregarding prior moderator instruction to not re-upload a copied character. The character has been since removed once more. We take character theft very seriously, and if found to be re-uploading this character once more, you will be banned. Do not re-upload them. The user who would reach out to the mod, who told them they could re-upload, who in response only said they'd bring it up to the other staff, but to quote keep the character down. The mod said, "Hey there, I just got this on my art." Wait, what the fuck? "Hey there, I just got this on my Artfoot account and I was a little confused. I thought you said I was good to re-upload them." Okay, I guess I misunderstood the situation. It turns out Orange is the mod, Lost in Progress is the person uploading the character. Okay, wait, what? I'm in the same fucking boat. We're getting so fucking deep into this, it's not even fucking funny. So, this message right here, Orange is the mod. They said, I'm contacting you for a recently deleted character. They made the choice to delete after viewing 2 recent reports on the character and comparing images. After further consideration of the characters and your correspondence with another mod, I am unable to re-upload the character myself, but I can retrieve the images for you to re-upload if needed. So they're saying it's okay to re-upload your character. I have images that I saved if you don't have them anymore. Sorry, um for the misunderstanding, you're good to go. We investigated the character theft claim, and you are good to repost. They say thank you, the designer of the character and owner um of the character they're claiming. So the people who are reporting this person for stealing their character was being mean to them. They re-upload the character. Everything seems fine. They now 10 days later they get a strike on their account saying that they disregarded the takedown. Even though they got mod confirmation that they were allowed to re-upload the character. So somebody else, some different mod takes their character down. um they reach out to the same mod from this initial post saying that they can um upload the character. They're just like, "Hey, I got a strike despite you saying I could post it again." So they say probably leave it down all for now. They ask for updates 6 days later. The following year, the user would reach out to yet another mod as the strike had never been lifted nor answers given, to which the new mod said that they were unfamiliar with the situation but would bump it and speak to the other mods about it 3 separate times. So, new mod says, I see. I'm sorry this happened. I'm not familiar with the situation, so I'll look into this and see what I can find out. Hopefully this won't take too long for me to get back to you about it. 20 days later, the Artfight user says, "Hey, do you have any updates on this?" The second mod says, "Hi, sorry it's taking so long to get back to you. Things have been hectic with Artfight right around the corner. I'll go have a look and see what was said when I brought this up before and bump it if more talks are needed or an answer wasn't reached." They say, "Okay, thank you so much. I understand." That was June 22nd. July 5th, they ask for another update. They respond, "Hi, sorry to keep you waiting so long. The staff channels have been very busy lately with the event going on, and it's unfortunately easy for things to get buried or missed sometimes. There was some discussion the last time I brought up this issue, though, so I'll go back to look at that and also bump things if need be. Again, I apologize for this being such a slow process, but hopefully I'll finally be able to get a proper answer and solve this issue for you soon." It is still unresolved. Holy fuck. Oh boy. We're getting close. And then we'll go back to the Art5 master list, which will be really exciting. Anyway. Because we're not even done. Okay. We're just almost done on Toy House. If we even want to keep going, you can tell me to kill myself at literally any time. But preferably after we're done on the Toy House website, because we've gotten this far. Immature responses. When the Discord was raided due to a glitch changing a permission with messages of self-harm and the like being shared, the mod response was to start role-playing. What the fuck? I would prefer that too. Thank God. I'm glad we're in agreement. I don't care who you are or what kind of situation you're dealing with, responding to it with this level of childishness and unprofessionalism is disgusting and deeply concerning, especially when you see one mod that was probably trying to shut down the scenario that was going to make them look look like fools. I don't know anyone who would think this is an appropriate response, and I genuinely cannot understand what they would be accomplishing by doing it. A moderator says, I'm an admin says, excuse me, at moderator, who's gonna RP with me? Picture of weird cat with a hot dog. Someone says, hi babe. And a moderator says, meows. Another moderator says, hi. And then somebody else says, I support y'all. Somebody else says, waving bird emoji. An admin says, Axel Star. Okay, so we're just fucking role playing right now. But anyway, it's a fucking Warrior Cats role play, so rock on. So relevant. So we get a really long one. And it's mostly mods. And that's it. See you all shortly when we've cleaned everything up. Thanks for the patience. Enjoy Guy Fieri and cheese sticks. The channel is temporarily closed while we are looking into what happened with the roles. More information is in hashtag announcements. We'll open the channels back up as soon as we can. Thank you for your patience during this time. Why wasn't this done in the first place? Wait, what the fuck happened? Self-harm is being shared. Supposed to start role-playing. I don't understand what was going on. But they didn't respond to... I assume they cut out all of the shitty raid stuff that occurred and just sent the screenshots of the roleplay, which is fucking completely irrelevant. Just do the first screenshot. I am going to kill myself. Okay. Potential misuse and lack of transparency with donations. There's a lot on this one, but at Moose on Ice did a wonderful breakdown on the financial situation regarding Artfight, and I'll simply link his comment. Okay. I actually really have to fucking pee. So I will be right back, and then we'll get on to the shit that I thought was gonna be the important stuff. Be right back. Okay, I'm back now. Good Christ. I didn't expect this to be like a fucking video essay level of information. So sorry. Alright. Thank you. It is good to be back. Or is it? I'm just kidding. It is. I love being back. Alright. Alright, I was able to find my group's numbers and thoughts on the donation situation, and here's what we found. This is all speculation / our best estimates based on what information we could find on the site and in the Discord. But the fact there's this much money being unaccounted for and not clarified not clarified what's going where is extremely scary. We also don't know if Artfight is registered as a proper business or as a nonprofit due to the structure of the event. So we actually don't know what their tax status is despite their claims of how money goes to taxes and PayPal fees. Also adding that everything I've said and provided in this thread is frustration and speculation based on what I could find in the Discord and through the Wayback Machine and our own math estimates, and that I have no intent to actively attack or be hateful towards individuals mentioned or send hate their way. I'm just tired and frustrated and hope that maybe by somehow bringing attention to these issues, something will be done. Artfight made, at a minimum, $15,000 off of all the characters in the 6 banners created for Artfight this year. With each when was this posted? $10 months ago. So around a year ago. So this is last year's money information. Okay. $15,000 off of all the characters in the 6 banners created for Artfight this year, 2022. With each character costing $300 for a total of 50 characters across 6 banners. If they continue with this same amount of characters, they'd make $40,000 off of just the characters for the banner next year with the $800 price tag if 50 people pay for the banner like this year. We looked at Cloudflare's hosting cost, and their most expensive plan is only $5,000 a year at base cost, with then additional features added on top. They do have a custom plan which could obscure what the actual cost is, but those are billed annually while all the other plans are billed monthly. And Cloudflare does also seem to prefer to offer discount rates the bigger the package is. Other resources they might be purchasing include additional page rules for $5 per 5-page rules, and images, which have a flat rate of $5 per 100,000 images stored, and $1 per 100,000 images delivered, with no egress costs or additional charges for resizing and optimization. You can also temporarily pay for extra bandwidth, which they could use during the month of Artfight. So, a rough estimate, this is not confirmed in any way, of what we know is that it might be around $5,000 per year hosting, $5 for hosting 100,000 images. A previous staff member claimed this year was about 87,000 images, not even breaking that 100,000 mark, and be generous with maybe about $25 worth of page rules a year for a total of about $5,030. There's obviously accounting for the previous year image hosting, however, if it's only the $5 for another 100,000 images. That is in no way near enough money to account for the $15,000 that was earned just from the VIP donor slots this year. The numbers were all collected from the official Cloudflare site. Even if we assume that maybe that is $5,030 is... Yeah, okay, let me try that one again. Even if we assume that maybe $5,030 is doubled or even tripled, that's only $15,090. That's the amount they earned this year from only the donation banner. There are far more people paying $5 or even $15 to get donation rewards. So we don't even really know the full figure of what's truly being made off of the site donations. Editing again because someone helped with providing more info from past years. Here's the pie chart from 2019, and in 2019, they estimated only $7,000 for hosting costs, but earned about $20,000 that year, found via Wayback Machine. So taxes is 15%, PayPal fees is 3%, Art Assets is 8%, miscellaneous is 8%. Image hosting is 15, development is 24, and the servers are 27. Woo. And then for 2020, they estimated $18,000 for running the site, which considering how using Wayback Machine fucking rocks with that. I love Wayback Machine. Internet archiving is so sexy and important and cool, and I love her. Slay. But also apparently it's great for keeping people accountable, which also rocks. I'm gonna start scrolling through Twitter via the Wayback Machine. Cause she'll be normal. Miss her. And then for 2020, they estimated 18,000 for running the site, which considering how much money is coming in, there's still a lot unaccounted for. Taxes is 15%, PayPal fees is 3, our asses is 11 in 2020. Other software, office expenses, PO box, website services is 12%. Image hosting is 48% and server is 11%. I don't understand any of this. In addition, they do say they pay their artists for the banner and achievements, and Axel is the artist for the banners. And we found some of his commission prices, and we highly doubt that he's charging $300 per character, and there's no way that the entire $15,000 went entirely to pay their one banner artist. He offered a grayscale headshot comms via Coffee for only $26. So if that's multiplied by 3 to account for full bodies, that's only around $78 to $100 per character. If we add color, maybe at most around $200. There's still $100. So there's still $5,000 unaccounted for if we estimate Axel was paid at a rate of $200 per character on the banner, especially since the banners aren't even really started / completed until about 2 weeks before the event, according to the people who paid to be on the banners. I am only linking Axel's account for proof reasons. This is not an invitation to send hate. I'm just gonna check it out a little bit. Hi, Twitter. Oh. This is just a commission post. Thank you so much for the commission post. That's the fucking stupidest shit I've ever seen. Thank you for the link. I really appreciate the relevant information. Especially since the banners aren't even really started, blah, blah, blah. Okay, read that already. My bad. Also, according to the staff, mods in the help channel when people got frustrated by the lack of transparency and asked about it. The only people who get paid, aside from the artists, are the coders, and Takia herself is one of the coders, which is really suspicious, because that means Takia is paying herself, but we don't know how much. Edit. I was able to also find... excuse me. I was also able to find more information that only paid people on the team are Takia and Axel. The other coder isn't even paid, so it's actually worse than I thought in terms of the finances. The only people we know who are actually being paid as staff are Takia and Axel. Everyone else is volunteers. And then the site costs, which to me is fucking insane. I genuinely thought at least the coders, Pika, would be getting compensated because the coders keep the site alive. But it's a total volunteer situation, with Takia raking in likely thousands of dollars that are going unaccounted for. Also, PayPal email receipts to you. Oh, excuse me. Once again, PayPal emails receipts to you every time you make a transaction, and they state that the money is in either PayPal or in the Artfight bank account, which we actually don't know if it's a unique account or if it's just Takia's account. Takia uses the excuse of where does the money go? Taxes and PayPal fees, but no other info on where the money goes, when you should just make a spreadsheet for your expenses. It should not be this hard to provide a clear, detailed account of what percentage of the money goes where. You don't need to be an accountant to be aware of where your own money is going. Remained in either PayPal or in the Artfight bank account. Where did the money go? Given that I'm not an accountant, the numbers have admittedly always been approximations. The short answer to this question is taxes and PayPal fees, keeping up with all the bills for servers and other things to help keep the site up and running. Each year I pay for the official site artwork, so that's Takia, referring to questions about where the money is going. Also taken from the donation page, which is highly suspicious. You should be able to monitor your expenses no matter the fluctuations. You should be able to maintain a progress bar and a pie chart of what goes where. I remember there being a pie chart of where expenses went when I joined in 2019, but it's gone now. So here's the donation page. 7. Where did the donation progress bar go? Previously, we had a progress bar in the site footer that indicated our progress towards monetary goals. Since site expenses have gone towards the same things every year, but also tend to fluctuate dramatically depending on the amount of users and their activity, accurately maintaining the progress bar and goal amounts has become infeasible for normal everyday funding/expenses. There should be a specific goal in the future, for example, running the fight in 2020, whatever, that we project needing additional funds for. The donation progress bar will return for that goal. If the progress donation bar is not present, it means we're receiving enough donation funding for current operating costs, and we'll be putting any further donation funds towards future costs, excuse me. Some in this thread have brought up that businesses have finances held together by bubblegum and basic tape, and about purchase order systems and overheads. My response to that is that Artfight is not being run as a business. As far as we know, we don't even know what the site's classification is for taxes, if it's a legitimate business, a nonprofit, etc. It's being run as a side project, using excuses of we're a small team of volunteers to excuse their poor moderation and lack of money management. People have a right to know where their money is going, even if it's just a rough estimate. If they were able to give numbers in previous years for hosting costs, put those numbers on the site. There's no excuse to why you could provide it in past years and suddenly decided that you can't, because everything goes to taxes and PayPal fees. Make a spreadsheet, hire an accountant. I had to take a college math courses that focus exactly on this type of money management. It's possible, but it's likely Takia doesn't care anymore and is simply taking in the money and putting it in her pocket when it doesn't go towards server costs, but nothing else. Artfight is not a business model. Please do not believe it is one. So that's all the money problems. There is missing money, classic, and exactly as I anticipated. Okay, this looks like it should be the end. So this is the last section. Not the mention to college math courses. Yeah, rock on, brother. You can do math. Let's fucking go. I mean, clearly they can, because my ass would not be understanding all the taxes and business shit. I'm a fucking goofball, actually, and I wouldn't know what's going on. Okay, our original situation. Another shit. About math? No, not about business math. Absolutely the fuck not. I've been learning algebra for the past 5 fucking years. I have absolutely never tampered with um business math. I mean, I have a little, but like it was more like personal finance math. It wasn't even like a business math. Um anyway, so here's our original situation, which apparently it has devolved a little deeper than whatever the fuck this ends up being. Original situation with lack of communication and favoritism below. This is to raise awareness for other artists. This is no longer about getting our designs. It is about the irresponsibility and favoritism that is being shown during this. I should go without saying, do not harass or talk blah 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 whatever. You can give a fucking disclaimer all you want. I do not give a fuck. For those of you who don't know, this year on Artfight, the popular YouTube animator Unknown Spy made a design mass attack for 52 people that was unlabeled. Said 52 people would spend the next month waiting with no word from Spy, who continued to be active on all social media, including Artfight itself. The attack would be posted to DeviantArt after Artfight ended, and deleted once more pressure had been placed on her to answer. What the fuck? I don't know. I don't know how they did this. I don't know what it means, but whatever. Note that the original count was 54. Two users were listed twice, and at the time of the screenshot, one user had removed themselves from the attack in light of the events. DeviantArt upload August 2026, 2022. So that's the art fight upload. I mean, shit. The DeviantArt upload. Too many arts. Shut the fuck up. An update. An update wouldn't be given until nearly a month after Art Fight came to an end, and the artists affected weren't told it was from the staff or spy, but from a bystander's Twitter post. Let's go take a look. I love Twitter. Let's fucking go. Oh my god. Too many shards, yeah. Almost a month after Art Fight ends, an answer is finally given about over 50 designs made for an attack. The attack is void and the artist is selling the designs. This is a pretty fucking disappointing answer. The 52 people who were attacked and even other people are all frustrated with the lack of open information on the situation. Anytime someone asks, they are told it's being dealt with. Okay, sorry, I need to fucking figure out what the fuck is going on, because I still don't understand. Someone on RFI did a mass attack where they designed people characters, but didn't let anyone know whose was whose, and now almost a month later it's still unresolved. How long does it take to do this? How hard is it to just send people their design, or just void the attack? Oh good, Air is back, thank god. I'm not sure. MeCore, it's a possum. I'm not sure if this has already been discussed, but there was a mass design attack where no one has any idea what OC is meant to go to them, and the artist hasn't seemed to reply to anyone about it. Is anything going to be done in the future about this, or will some kind of rule, MeCore, some kind of rule be put in place to avoid this scenario in the future? At the moment, it's essentially useless to everyone it was meant to attack. Air says it's currently being dealt with. Can we get a confirmation on if the people who were attacked will be getting their intended design? Air responds and says, unfortunately, I cannot say anything at this moment since the issue isn't resolved yet. So I now understand the situation. Fucking 2 tweets deep, dude. This has all been a nightmare to go over, which is very fucking funny to me. But anyway, so the situation, if you didn't understand, was that this person designed characters. Because apparently you can list a design me a character or whatever, right? So you can design people an OC, give it to them, and then that'll be your attack. So you can just draw whatever the fuck you want and list it as an attack if on the Art Fight website they have a character that says design me a character, I assume. So you just put it under that ID. So this person attacked and then didn't tell anyone whose design was whose, because if you design an OC for them with the intent of this Art Fight attack being for that thing, like it's like, hey, this is a design your OC attack, this one is yours. Instead of just saying whose design is whose, they actually reposted it somewhere else and are selling the designs instead of just doing the thing they said they were doing originally, which was fucking showing everyone their OC that they made for them. Did that make any sense? I feel like I didn't make any sense there. I'm understanding completely. This is probably the only section I fucking understood so far. So, rock on. Anyway, an update wouldn't be given until... That made sense. Fuck yeah. Okay, awesome. And an update wouldn't be given until nearly a month after Artfight came to an end, and the artists affected weren't told it from staff or spy, but by a bystander's Twitter post, which we have seen. In the statement from one of the site admins, we were told that the decision was made for the attack to be voided, and this artist, Unknown Spy, would be selling the designs. Put a pin in that one. I will remind you that this update wasn't given until the end of August after the points had been tallied and the 2022 winner of Artfight announced, meaning that removing the attack worth 1,696 points means absolutely nothing. The attack would also remain up for roughly 2 more days until the single user that had managed to get an answer from anyone once again called them to action, and it was unfortunately deleted. So here's that. I contacted admins this morning in the public Discord, which is most likely the attack was taken down since attacks can only be deleted by admins. Artfight team, can you please address the situation with the mass design attack that has been voided but still shows an active count, and have the artist release a statement so it's not hearsay, because apparently the word of an admin isn't good enough for some people. This is extremely frustrating, unfair, and ruins the spirit of the game. Also, the blatant favoritism is unreal, considering small artists get banned over little things such as markings on characters that look like nipples. The moderators respond, I am very sorry for the delay. Deletions can only be handled by our admins at this time, and they're processed this way due to the way the site is coded. I'll bump your case for you, and hopefully it should be taken care of ASAP. Apologies for the ping, as I do not have a proper reply, but I just wanted to let you know that an admin will get back to you. So that's when they fucking had someone deal with it. I say unfortunately due to the implications it brings forward. These screenshots from within the Artfight Discord, full disclaimer, this could be the quote new rule that staff has claimed to be implementing, unintentionally show that voiding and deleting the attack. We're talking about grooming it out with this. The grooming is in this one. But we never got to it because it was like, hold on, check this shit out. And it brought us back to my original post. So I was like, oh, perfect, we'll just read that first. But we never got to this. I mean, we did have that guy in the middle there who was like, you love bombed me and made me feel uncomfortable, even though you're literally all you're doing is talking like a 16-year-old. That was all that was. It was a kid talking and being a child. Like, sure, some of the things that they did were inappropriate, and go off, speak on it. But you're trying to cancel a child right now. Shut the fuck up. They're just being a kid, and you are fucking not even taking their shit out of context. You've given me the context, and it's fucking stupid. You're blowing it out of proportion. It was ridiculous. All that shit. I was like, that was dumb as fuck to read. But anyway, these screenshots from within the Artfight Discord, I already read that, unintentionally show that by voiding and deleting the attack, they've successfully shirked all responsibility from themselves and Unknown Spy, and essentially covered up the situation. It also hid every user that had been waiting for an answer. Unrelated user says, for attacking those design me a character things, do we have to relinquish all rights of said character over who we attacked? Example, someone wanted a cat girl and I attacked with a cat girl design but wanted to keep them for myself despite attacking with it. Would that be against the rules? Ahmad responds, yes, designing a character for someone means you relinquish the character to them. However, if you're in the process of drawing a character but haven't submitted it yet, you can always keep them and design a different character for the person you've claimed. It's only once you actually give the other person the design that they get to keep them. Let me reread that to myself. I read it all perfectly fine. I just didn't comprehend a single fucking word. but haven't submitted it yet. You can always keep them and design a different. Okay, I have got it. Very sorry, my bad. I love reading things and then zoning out while I'm reading. It's really cool. I do it all the time. Um, do you want me to reread it out loud because I can? At this point, I feel again. You may tell me to kill myself at literally any moment. But I think this stuff is insanely fucking interesting. And also, it's kind of nice to have somebody read it to you if you're too fucking lazy to figure out the information yourself. So, unfortunately, we're fucking like 3 hours deep, but that's okay. Somebody else says, "Hey, I was a part of a Mass Attack design me a character with 50." I was gonna say 10:30 should be our cutoff time to save ourselves. You're probably right. I'm just a little disappointed. We can do the art fight master list tomorrow. Am I joking? Maybe. Other people and never got my character. The attack is gone. What do I do? The mod says, I don't know the specifics of that particular situation, but I believe that since the attack was taken down, there's nothing we can do about getting people the characters designed for them. My apologies. No, you should. I want to know. Me too! There's so much. I feel a bit bad that I'm not getting much Warrior Cat stuff done. But that's okay. I forgive myself. In fact, I'm gonna save it really quick. Graphics, posting, announcement posters, posts. I mean, shit. Editable. Oh, beautiful. Just so I can have save. Please and thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, sorry. Back to that pin briefly. So the pin in question was that we were told that okay, just to reiterate, this is what we're pinning. In this statement from one of the admins, we were told that the decision was made for the attack to be voided and the artist Unknown Spy would be Unknown Spy would be selling the designs. Put a pin in that one. We are coming back to the pin. 3 days after the admin's update making that claim went public, the same admin would come forward in this tweet. Oh my god. Oh wait, never mind. That was the initial thing. Oh wait, did I read this one? So this is the one that I read making sense of the situation. Classic Turtle, one of the mods, says, "Hello, I'm sorry, it's been frustrating due to the lack of information. The original user was not reachable for a long period of time, but the content was recently made and the situation is now dealt with. Unfortunately, it has been decided that the original artist's attack is void and all the characters in the piece are no one's to claim, as the original artist has claimed they wish to sell the designs. This is a situation that must be taken up with the original artist and dealt with on a user basis. There will be guidelines to put in place on our side to avoid this loophole or situation from happening again. But I'm sorry if this outcome isn't ideal, but we'll work to implement rules so it doesn't happen again." So this happens almost a month after Art Fight ends. An answer is finally given about over 50 designs made for an attack. The attack is void and the artist is selling the designs. This, they update again. I don't even know the date. Oh, a couple days later. So the mod, who originally made that statement, says, "Hi there, I wanted to reach out to correct the previous statement I made in regards to Unknown Spy selling the designs made in the Art Fight attack, as well as address the question that was asked in Artfight help earlier in the day. Unknown Spy has not stated that they will be selling the designs, and this. But didn't you say that they were? Okay, sure, go off. This is a claim I made due to misreading the situation. Okay. My bad. I needed to read a little further. The whole situation was, and they were. Man. The whole situation was, and still is, rather complicated and involved a lot of discussion revolving around the user's rights to those designs, and what would happen regarding certain elements, and how we would deal with those things. One of the circumstances that needed to be discussed was how we should deal with the possibility of a user selling voided designs if the situation arose. This is where I misread, and I apologize for that, as it was a genuine mistake. I'd also like to address the message you sent in our help channels and say that we are not able to state action placed upon a user publicly unless it is a safety issue. We value user privacy to all parties involved. Any action against users such as Unknown Spy, as well as those involved, will not be publicly disclosed. To address one of your concerns, I'd like to clarify that no one has ever been banned for solely posting humanoid nipples or nipple-like markings to Artfight. If a user feels they have been falsely reprimanded or actioned against, we encourage them before anything else to reach out to an admin. We're always happy to clarify our rulings and decisions. The same admin would come forward. Now we're talking about in the initial post in this thread. Hold on. Or maybe it was the one after that. Hold on. Or maybe not. I remember nipples being mentioned somewhere. I just don't fucking remember where. Where the fuck was that? But anyway, it's referencing someone saying, I don't know where it went. There's so many fucking links, there's so much going on, but it's referring to someone complaining about how, they're complaining rightfully so, that bigger Artfight users won't get about big things like the $150 scam or the sculpture sales or things of that nature, but the little man will be taken down for things that look inappropriate or not safe for work, despite not safe for work not being allowed on the website, even though it is, and minors can see it. So there's a lot of layers in the thing I just said, but this is all new information that we have both learned today. So I figured I'd reiterate, because that is an important piece. I feel like it should have been last, because this stuff feels really irrelevant in comparison to that particular stuff, but whatever. If not my problem. The organization in this thread thing is fucking insane. The same admin would come forward in the tweet I just read not too long ago and admit they made an error and Spy had never claimed she would be selling the characters. They never said designs as adopts. Everyone makes mistakes, and I don't want to put too much blame on the admin, but this is a horribly careless thing to spread, especially as you've refused to update the situation until this point. As frustrating as Spy's actions are, telling everyone that she was going to be making a profit from designs that were made as gifts only worsened the negativity that was being put her way. Spy does need to come forward herself, though, and clear things up on her own, but it's showing the level of care being put forward by the staff. So an Artfight user, a part of the 50-person mass attack, the create your character mass attack, says, so that's it? That's the final solution? Have the mods on this gotten any sort of answer from the artist, or is it just the attack is deleted so the problem is gone? Ahmad says, I believe there was a conversation with the artist about the attack and that deletion was the agreed upon solution from both parties. I really couldn't tell you any more than that though. I wasn't involved at all myself. The initial person responds, I understand. It's just frustrating seeing mods say things like once the design is uploaded it's no longer yours, but then this artist is exempt from that with no answers of any of the, from with no answers for any of the people involved. In the screenshot from the same conversation in the server, you may notice a specific line and a trend in this entire scenario, and the reason I'm finally making a proper public post about this. Both parties. Artfight should not be the other party in this, but the staff doesn't consider the 52 artists attack to be involved. We are not a factor in this to them, and it's been obvious from the beginning. Reports were sent to the staff seeking help with the attack days prior to the winner announcement in hopes it'd be resolved that were never answered. But the only response given up until the one in the Twitter post was, we are working on it, smiley face. No effort has actually been made to help us, which is why them stating that we cannot bring it up in the public Discord anymore feels more like damage control than trying to keep things tidy. The site mod says, hi, I'd just like to step in and say that we're handling the situation. At Opal, who is the initial person talking to this person who has been pretty consistently discussing the 50 mass attack situation with the mods. If there are any necessary communications that need to happen, those will be arranged accordingly. Otherwise, please don't continue to discuss this here. We handle reports of this nature privately. If you have any questions, please reach out to a higher up here. Thanks for your patience. They claim that the situation is still being dealt with. But how can we possibly believe that now? They not once communicated with the artists that were part of the attack. In fact, it was by sheer luck that someone still had the attack open and was able to message the recipients after it was deleted, many of whom were upset and confused because they had no idea what was going on. Reaching out to the mods is like being suggested previously reaching out to mods, like is being suggested previously, has led only to vague answers and claims that they can't give that information, so what does it matter? Hell, they deleted the attack, so there's nothing holding Unknown Spy accountable to give up the designs. They say if Spy is punished for this, it won't be shared, which is a professional way to say she likely won't receive any repercussions. In no way am I calling for a public execution, but the people who were hurt by this situation at least deserve to know that what happened isn't just getting thrown out, but instead we've known virtually nothing from the start. The bottom line is because of Artfight's actions in favor of Spy, there's virtually no scenario that we get the designs that were made based on our wish lists, save for a potential change of Unknown Spy's heart. Spy has since announced adopts, but we're begrudgingly hopeful that they are not the designs used in the attack, and she may still decide to let us have them. But at the start of this, I said it wasn't about our characters, so let's get to that. Artfight is a massive and beautiful community, a community that is largely made up of young, small artists like those that were attacked by Unknown Spy, and that community deserves to know how the situation was handled without a single glance towards them. You can try to claim that it wasn't their intent, but all signs show exactly what they were doing, whether out of negligence, laziness, or the very obvious answer, favoritism. Unknown Spy has a following of 700,000 people on YouTube and 100,000 on Twitter. As important as the spirit of Artfight proclaims to be, how could you choose the popular artist that's a sponsor for your site versus the 52 small artists that represent the majority of your user base and claim you have no bias and everything is done fairly? Especially when the situation could have been as simple as allowing us to work out the designs on our own if Spy were not cooperating with the spirit of the game. In this spoiler is an explanation addendum to better explain the act of Spy uploading the attack, if that makes sense. The spirit of Artfight is the fundamental rule/principle of Artfight meant to protect that integrity of giving. What did I just say? I don't know. Let me try again. of art fight meant to protect that integrity of giving, and the reason for rules against things like drawing attacks prior to the game. So let me try again. That didn't make any fucking sense to me. And is the reason for rules against things like drawing attacks prior to the game starting and farming attacks for easy points. It's supposed to promote fairness. Unknown Spy did draw character designs for people. By the very nature of art fight, these were gifts, and as seen in the screenshot from Ahmad above, and many artists looking in, their rights to the design should have been forfeit the second the attack was uploaded, and not something they could later take back. The fact that their attack, which could easily be called unfinished due to the lack of labels, was allowed to count for art fight, and they have been allowed to keep the designs after, despite the fact that their end of the bargain, the points, were kept until it didn't matter, is a direct assassination on the spirit of art fight. These weren't just random designs. They were designs made to participate in a game that has rules and balances, or at least was supposed to until the staff should bias towards Spy, whether for being a sponsor or a popular artist. You can look at their actions from many angles, and the answer is still the same. They didn't label because they were attached, which means they knowingly uploaded the attack as nothing more than a means to get a bunch of points and cheat the system. They didn't label because they wanted to sell them later, same as above, but now they're also making a profit off of something meant to be given out of generosity. They forgot to label them, which means instead of coming forward and giving any solution, they waited a month just to decide they didn't want to deal with it at all, once again meaning their attack was nothing but a scam for points. I don't know what myself and the other 51 people expect to come out of this, but we refuse to be forgotten. We're confused, we're hurt, we're frustrated, and most of all, we're scared. They're starting to lose me a little bit with this. Like, not to be an asshole or anything, but oh my fucking god, bro. Ew, who cares? I don't give a shit. I do not give a fuck. Okay? They took they designed the characters. Okay, they're not. Oh, they were supposed to be yours and now they're not. Okay, that is sad. That sucks. But brother, scared about what? But whatever. They're in the right. It's just like, oh my god. Honestly, I don't know why everyone's being so annoying. I know, like, you had me with the weird guy at the beginning. You had me with the money shit. This particular issue should have been at the top of the list, low tier, low grade issue with art fight. Honestly, it wouldn't have even been focused they focused way too fucking hard on the fact that they were stealing the designs and not the favoritism aspect of it. They should have focused on that heavier, but they did not, and it was terribly written. Holy fuck. And most of all, we're scared. This is being uploaded on an alt because we're afraid of being attacked for standing up for ourselves against one of the biggest art sites and a popular artist. But we can't sit by and just let this be excused like it has been, not when the same unjust decisions could be easily made again. Were it one of us, I don't think this would matter, but this is 52 people it affected and shouldn't be ignored. And to any, are we unionizing? Are the art fight users unionizing? Let's fucking go. And to any art fight staff that come across this, we are supporting each other and we will not let you brush us under the rug. We want to believe you're actually still working behind the scenes, but until we can actually see that you want to help the small artists, this needed to be made. And the longer we wait, the easier it's going to be for you to never address this, which is a chance we're not taking anymore. If you want to finally include us in what started with us, feel free to message this account. Thank you all for reading. I hope this has come off as clear and polite. It's certainly come off as polite. I'm not so sure about clear. Despite what all of us are feeling. As do I hope that you can all understand things from our point of view. As I said before, nobody that was a part of this deserves any hate or negativity. We just want to be heard. this isn't technically a part of this initial post. This has all been one post. And that last part was like, I think, like a response. I guess I can read it. But it looks like there's security vulnerabilities. So there's the money, miscommunication, malpractice, art rise situation. What the fuck? Another Google. You've got to be kidding. Oh, thank God. Holy fuck. um, we will read this perhaps tomorrow after Toontown if we want to keep going. Let me read this really quick. And then we'll be done. I promise. I was the one who pointed this out. There were major security vulnerabilities on ArtFight. I got into contact with ArtFight regarding this and I got a satisfying answer. I deleted my posts regarding ArtFight security and asked anyone who had screen caps of it to do the same, as I wanted these issues to be fixed before I went public about them, just to give everybody a chance to clean up the mess there was and to avoid giving anyone ideas. Not sure how fixed the issues on site are, haven't gone back and checked. Absolutely not encouraging anyone to do anything they shouldn't. Takia said, I know I'm not the owner. And this is this year. Fucking finally. Holy fuck. Everything felt so irrelevant because it was all last year. I was like, okay, we get it. Goddamn. It all happened last year. Shut the fuck up. Anyway. Maybe it's because I've been reading this all for like 3 hours. Of course I want to keep going. Idiot. Okay, I'm glad you do. Because I'm a little scared. This has been going on for a very long time. I just want to let everybody know we can stop at literally any moment. I know I've reiterated that quite a bit, but just in case. So Takia this year says, I know I'm not owner anymore, and this was pretty, this is in the past 4 days. I know I'm not owner anymore, but I have a responsibility to the site, and I'd like to at least reach out with your comment on security. The person who's posting this, I assume, says, of course. Blank actually messaged me back and said that my concerns would be forwarded. If they haven't gotten back to you, please let me know. Takia says, can I ask what your username on the site is? They gave the username. Takia says, okay, so you haven't actually done anything to the site with these security vulnerabilities. They say, absolutely not. A lot of my security concerns were common sense, easily implemented fixes, and that should be website security 101. It would take less than a day to get most of my problems corrected, if that. I was a little shocked they weren't already there. Sorry for any bad English. So that was pretty standard. Nothing of interest there. Just some fucking issues with, I think I literally just say that. Okay, I did. Just want to make sure. Right. So it sounds like there was a ow, my toe. Uh security issues were existent. But they should have been dealt with prior. Holy fuck. I wonder what you guys have been listening to. Music wise. I'm sure that's been fun for you to listen to me read and then also be listening to music at the same time. Here, I'll get rid of it for you. Finally. All right, so what did we learn? It got ominous again, and it's because I'm back again. Let's go. You were louder than music, I promised. I learned a lot. We certainly did. One, that one guy. Hold on, let me go through. Takia no longer runs ArtFight. The mods are dog shit, particularly Air. They excused the non-safe for work stuff, the minors being able to see non-safe for work content. They said that was not an issue, even though they were talking to a minor who was clearly uncomfortable about it. Someone under an anonymous username posted about this situation and a combination of the monetary situation about Air, and they were assumed to be Air under the anonymous pseudonym. They are not. They are a different guy named Caprakis or some shit. Hold on. it was definitely not fucking that. It's really funny. Necross. Necross was a fucking weirdo and felt very irrelevant. But my god, we read so much about him. Thank God. That guy thinks everyone is stupid for not using common sense. And this is what he thinks. Not what I think. But this is what we learned via his posts. He thinks everyone needs to learn common sense and cite their sources. He has been just absolutely ruined by Twitter therapy talk, by discussing love bombing, boundaries more than one time, and a bunch of other stuff regarding to a minor they hang out with in a Discord server. At least I'm under the impression it's a minor because they talk like a baby. And react to things in a way that only a kid who doesn't really know what's going on would, whereas this person is clearly more, I don't want to say mature, but they're older and understand the concept of boundaries a little better, but they take it too fucking far. They also think that BDSM is not inherently sexual, even though they themselves literally admitted that it was. Oh, I mean, they mentioned kink referring to BDSM, so in that particular statement, they were connecting directly BDSM and sex. Or sexual content or whatever. And then we learned that Takia, Necross, and Air are all buddies. They follow each other on Artfight, etc., etc. They don't read their reports. They don't do anything about these reports, especially the bad ones. And this has been proved again and again and again, especially regarding that final very long one with the 50 art fight, the 50 design your character attack that we learned about at the tail end. The the staff as a whole doesn't communicate with each other at all, causing users to have trouble keeping their stuff on the site when they said it was okay by one mod, but another mod disagrees because they don't communicate with each other. That was another problem. They role played during a Discord raid showing self-harm and violent imagery, and instead of dealing with it, they started to roleplay instead of just shutting down the channel. The donation issue, the lack of money, transparency was another big problem, and that one was what I thought we were going to talk about the whole time. That ended up being the issue we ended up discussing, arguably the fucking least, which is very funny to me. So that is, I think I covered all of our bases. Dude, me too! It ended up being like fucking completely irrelevant. Like, what the fuck is going on? Hello? Then I was like, it's the best gaslighter. That shit was insane. Fucking mind-boggling amount of information we have just received. But by Jove, we fucking got through the entire Toy House stuff. we still have the Art Fight Master List Google Doc, which was, we read a little bit of the Toy House, then we found the Art Fight Master List thing, went to that, read through that a little bit, then we got a link back to the Toy House, hopped back to the Toy House, read through all that, and that's all we've read so far. So we did not get through very much of the Art Fight Master List, and that will be tomorrow if we want to. I love informing my audience with things that are relevant to them. All right. One vote, fucking good enough for me, it seems. But it is way later than I intended to be on today, so I am very sorry about that. You are very welcome. So we've got a few people we could kick it with. Galactic Tragedy was in here earlier. Rock on, a Warrior Cat fan. Let's fucking go. We've also got Sif Streams, who actually Art Fight attacked me earlier, and I will unfortunately not be able to attack back because today is literally the last day of Art Fight, and it is ending in like an hour. Galactic Tragedy, sure, we may do that. Cause it is old week this week, so fucking rock on, let's go. My headphones. So yeah, I will need to go to bed and rest my very tired voice because I talked so fucking much today. Very sorry. Actually, I hope we all had a nice time. I'm glad. Sorry about the weird lighting. I can fix it right now. That's why it was so ominous, is because I had it on the wrong saturation. That was pure white light. Yay, I'm normal again. Woohoo! Yeah, I don't have a headache anymore, so we're good to go. Anyway, I didn't have a headache for a long time there. But anyway, I will see everybody tomorrow for Toontown. Remy did confirm he doesn't have classes anymore, so he should be good to go. And we also did a little bit of gag training earlier, so I have another gag. So that'll be fun to use barely. It was a tune-up gag for clarification. So I will see everybody tomorrow for Toontown. Godspeed out there. I love you.